What is going on, you beautiful bunch of savages? I am your host, Cyrus the Looney. Joining me in the commentary booth for Primetime 78, Trickzzy vs. Dirty Dave, is the one and only J-Dime TV and Mr. Humbledink. How you doing, lads?
I am doing great, Cyrus and J-Dime. Primetime 78 is upon us. Trickzzy versus Dirty Dave. The story has been written, J-Dime. These two teammates are going to be fighting out tonight for that Primetime Xbox Championship.
Yeah, and low-key, I be thinking they planned this. This story's too good to be true. We get Dirty Dave, one of the best players in the world, and Trickzzy, their teammates. I've seen Dirty Dave beat Trickzzy before, if I'm not mistaken. Like, this should be a banger of a card, Humble.
Yeah, he has. He definitely has. He was some trickery around this last season. Cyrus, the way that's been getting passed around this season between these two as well. The two elite competitors amongst the Xbox division going at it. You couldn't get a better fight at this moment.
No, exactly right, brother. I said in the fighter check-in channels leading up to this one, these two guys deserve to be at the top for absolute certain. There's a reason that they find themselves in the kind of upper echelon of competitors, no matter where where in the community they find themselves. And it's no surprise that within Primetime MMA, being this active as Trickzzy and Dirty Dave truly are, and knocking up, fucking incredible win streaks, that they find themselves rematching coming into this season. Honestly, cannot wait for it. One of these guys will walk away champion. Trickzzy, current reigning lineal champion of the Xbox division, going up against the interim champion of Dirty Dave. So obviously unification on the line in the main event of this evening, guys. And the co-main event is actually another title fight on the line. NM Smudger, the one and only, currently running as the primetime pound-for-pound GOAT, going up against Raw Papi, maybe his toughest challenge today. Raw Papi has been on the rise, and a little bit of a kind of insider baseball, if you will. He wanted O'Malley, but he made the wrong pick, did NM Smudger, so Papi secured that nice and quickly, Jay. And you know that those picks can sometimes be a bit of a mental game going into these fights.
Yeah, and that's smart that when Smudger made that mistake, he didn't let him get O'Malley, because Smudger has a really good Sean O'Malley. So I want to see how this changes Smudger game plan, because he was probably practicing with Sean this whole week, Cyrus.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. So he's going to be a little bit devastated. Nevertheless, Peter Yan, Sugar Sean O'Malley, fantastic competitors in the bantamweight division. Going to make for an incredibly interesting fight. Really can do it absolutely everywhere, especially the current champion, NM Smudger. So I think the Yan is actually a pretty well-balanced pick for him out here, Humble. But as we said, this card is not just all about that main and co-main event, although they are absolutely historic. Massive fights within Primetime MMA. As you can see, a slightly larger card than normal on this Saturday, and it is stacked from top to bottom, my man. Honestly, I could list each and every fight as like my favorite fight, the one to look out for, but it's a bit of a mad lineup here on this Saturday.
Yeah, it's headlined by two absolute outstanding fights. You got an undefeated fighter fighting Smudger and Trickzzy fighting Dirty Dave up there, but Dino TT versus Amazon, that's an incredible one right up at the top of the division. Dino number 2, Amazon number 6. Dino knocking on the door for a title shot. He was annoyed that Papi got this one over him, and that's what you like to see from competitors, to see some passionate sort of emotion from them, Cyrus, because they wanted that title shot so much.
Yeah, exactly right, brother. I mean, the Primetime Gold is a it's a title that not many people over the years have been able to claim. A very, very kind of, limited player base that has been able to really rise through those rankings and accomplish what so many others have failed to do here, J-Dime. But as we said, brother, this card is so fucking good. I do not want to waste any time to give the fight fans, and us, of course, calling these fights everything that we have been waiting for. The first fight is on the Xbox side of the equation. We have the legend within the community, primetime kind of faithful, if you will, been around since day dot, and that is Pudgy. He is all action all the time, looking to hand out those bean pies, but he's going up against B3 Zach, which is maybe slightly less known for competitive. He hasn't been as active competitively for a while, but I can tell you, Yellow Flash, also known as B3 Zach, is an absolute killer in that cage, and it makes for what I can only describe as fireworks to lead us into this early prelim fight.
Man, Listen to me. Pudgy's making his prime time return. It's been a while since Pudgy has even fought too. So like, I'm excited, but I want to see if Pudgy has any nerves. Does he have to get the rust off? Because it's been a while since he stepped in this prime time octagon, Humble.
Yeah, definitely. And all of our faces were smiling in the background there when we heard Pudgy's name. And I know this was one that Cyrus kind of picked off the sheet last night and was telling me, you know, this fight is one of the fights I'm most excited for because these two guys are both absolute killers. What a way to start primetime. And it looks like we got a Yaya Rodriguez versus Danny Gay pick there. Dan, what do you think about these two character picks that they've picked? Sorry.
I think that Yair is one of the trickiest fighters to fight on this game because he has the great kicks and he can kickbox from the outside, but he has underrated boxing on this game. His boxing is actually really good, Humble.
Yeah, exactly that. And he the only thing about the kicking sort of the unorthodox kick, Cyrus, the taekwondo mixed with that kickboxing is leaves you in high vulnerability situations. You got to get the timing right, and if you're not quite sure of that, then it can get you knocked out. But these two competitors should know their game plans very well.
Yeah, I mean they're veterans. They're veterans for sure, man. Both guys. But Pudgy, he's not competing. Sorry, through lack of will. He has just had a very, very busy schedule, and it's really nice to see him to be able to get some of that time now to do what he does best and showcase those skills on UFC 4. But it's gonna be troublesome because B3 are so good at their boxing. J-Dime, as you mentioned, Yair is actually a low-key great pick for that in this weight class. The speed in his hands is absolutely sensational.
Oh, yeah, but Pudgy's landing too, but Yellow Flash, aka B3 Zach, is fighting at 100 miles per hour like we thought. He's putting that heavy pressure on him, Humble.
Yeah, he's not letting him think right there. There's constant.
Oh, he got time to think now.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, the Matrix, brother.
Whoa, what just happened?
We're having that crazy Matrix version right now, but these two are fighting like they're in the Matrix. You know, they're going at it in that pocket, J-Dime. They're fighting backwards and forwards. Beautiful combination comes straight down the middle and catches Rodriguez. But B3, Zach is going crazy.
Oh, Matrix again. Hey, I don't know what's going on. Is this in effect? I don't know, but yeah.
Rumor has it Pudgy has those Russian hacks, but Yellow Flash ain't.
Not the Russian hack.
he ain't, bro. He ain't letting up for nothing. He don't care if you got anything on your side. As you can see, his hands, the head movement like Neo in the Matrix, my man, as it went green. These guys, flow state fighters to its absolute max.
Oh, nice shot down the middle comes again. We're expecting to go back in the Matrix. I think this is on their side, Cyrus, isn't it?
It's this is on their side, brother.
Which is unfortunate, but it happens sometimes, you know. There's the stream is doing, but it cannot hack.
I've never seen this.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen this.
Something different, right, bro? Something different.
Yeah.
We said this card was going to be historic, and these guys starting it off with a great fight and showing us that there are levels to getting into your streaming game because, like I said, the Matrix is real, bro. We're living in it. Simulation out here.
Yeah, I've not seen anything like that before. That's crazy. Nice work right now. But look at boxing they're not kind of letting it deter them.
Whoa.
I'm guessing.
Oh, they got time again. Hold on.
No, we can see silhouettes of green. We've got to figure out who's who in green. Oh, we know who's who there. That's B3 Zach. Tries to take it out his opponent. Going for the early stoppage.
Well, obviously,
he landed a lot there.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's looking for those early points. The B3 boys don't waste any time trying to get those finishes and getting them quickly. B3 Zach, in and of himself, has the killer instinct and is cut from that elk. But J-Dime, as you well know, Pudgy is a guy that is not easy to get out of this cage. Can do it all everywhere as he gets the reversal into top mount.
And what do you think about this, J-Dime? How do you think this fight's going?
Right now, like I said, B3 Zach has the advantage, but with that being said, I feel like every time the screen goes green,
I was gonna say something.
Every time, you seen Pudgy got the reverse with the screen went
every
green.
Time,
maybe that can be an advantage. Maybe
he's got a green screen switch somewhere. And he's pressing it every time, and it's just, man. I was thinking the exact same thing. That's crazy. Look at these two. Oh, look, there we go again. Pudgy's about to come back. He's getting his power.
Doesn't seem to be affecting their fighting. So it is a weird thing. I ain't gonna lie, though. It's jokes.
God, that's funny. If the next one's like that, sorry, I've got issues.
For sure, bro.
Nice work right there. That was some good movement, Jay Diamond. The way you kind of used the little steps that you can do backwards, forwards, move and sideways there is beautiful.
Yeah, those back steps and side steps are effective.
What
Okay,
the
now, okay.
fuck, bro?
Is his Xbox just turned off
this
or
is
something?
completely-
What's going on?
He's
we
still
back.
there as well, which is the
We're back.
crazy.
You watched that stream? That's crazy.
Wow.
Is it like for every shot?
Oh,
Look at this. Look at that.
I'm telling you, now he on the ground. Every time
Yeah,
go green,
every time.
Pudgy ends up on top.
It's funny. It's funny. But these two, if we think about who's winning the fight so far, past that, I think B3 Jack's done a really good job of kind of dictating where he wanted to fight. Apart from when the green screen comes, he's getting taken down. Shit.
Yeah, every time. I'm telling you, this is not by coincidence. Every time the green screen happens, Pudgy does something amazing, Cyrus.
Yeah, damn right. That is Dan Red Pill Ige taking every second of this fight that he can by storm. This is not great for B3 Zach. Of course, he is finding it pretty difficult on the mat so far. Good denial right there, Humble. Pudgy is a man, like I said, that can do it anywhere. Happy to throw hands on, when it's on the feet, but don't be too surprised if he goes in for another takedown at some point, just to keep your opponent mixing it up. We spoke about it yesterday. It's so important to just keeping your opponent guessing and stopping somebody that's as confident as a striker as Zach to just walking forward and throwing those hands.
Yeah, exactly that. He's got to put some out there. He's taking the stamina though of Rodriguez as well. Pudgy's stamina's kind of gone. His head health's kind of gone. So it's been a good job so far from Zach. Even defensively, he's doing well. Look at that. Beautiful clinch to a throw right there, but look where he ends up, J-Dime, not against that fence anymore, in a better position.
Yeah, but Pudgy is making him drain his stamina. Pudgy got to watch the shots he's letting hit his block because, the B3 boys, what the heck? Okay.
Bro, he got rocked. Tries to get that takedown after surviving the onslaught. Comes to the last 45 seconds of this round, and I have to say, Yellow Flash not doing great in terms of stamina, but that head health of Pudgy, not even the green screen can take, allow him too many more of those.
Yeah. Pudgy, he got the power. He got that power, J-Dime. He got it back. He's going to knock him out, I'm telling you. We're coming back to a knockout.
He may be knocked out. We just don't see it. He may be knocked out right now. Hey, the fight may be... Oh, it's not over. I thought the fight was over already.
Bro, this is mental. Spinning elbow! Uppercut!
He knocked the Matrix out of him. That's incredible. Yayo Rodriguez gets the win. Amazing knockout, J-Dime. Oh, it's still back.
Yeah. Man, that was a great fight from the circumstances we had to deal with. I'm hurt for Pudgy. Because he lost his debut. He was looking forward to winning this, but great win by B3 Zach. And that's all I can say.
Look, I'm telling you, that guy's a killer. Inside of the streets of Tarkov and outside in the octagon of UFC 4, this guy knows to take his shots correctly and, sets them up perfectly. Genuinely, he's a bit of a problem on this game, Zach. I hope to see more of him. He hasn't been too active in competition, but maybe this is the beginning of the run. From what I hear, the B3 boys are coming through in force this season, and they expect some of the names out here, Humble, much like B3 Zach, to help lead the way going forward into the B3 legacy that they're trying to create in prime time and around the community.
Yeah, definitely. And, building that name, it's done with wins. It's done with wins in different leagues and in this league, and becoming champion, having multiple champions within your camp, dominating other players, doing that all over the board in the esports scene, and that's what the B3 boys have been doing recently, Cyrus. So it's going to be very interesting. There's going to be a few of those tonight that we're going to get to see, and we're going to have to perform. Look at that main event. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it's crazy because we've got a long card, J-Dime. The next fight's Raw Matrix versus Karuglu, which is going to be...
what'd you say? What'd you just say? What's his name?
Karuglu.
Karuglu? I can't say. J-Dime, what would you say?
Karuglu?
That's what I said.
No. Say that again, Humble.
We're all saying the same thing, but differently. All right?
Yeah.
Humble's not saying the same thing.
No, we're going to pass on it. We'll see if he's got another name when he comes through, because I'm not trying to pronounce that again. But this is a featured early prelim, Cyrus, and it's going to do well because Raw Matrix was in the top 15 last season. He had a fantastic run.
Yeah, look, Raw Matrix, honestly, is a fucking killer on this game. He is 1-1 going into this season. As we said, there are absolutely zero easy fights in primetime MMA, and a guy that was, running towards the top end of the division last season is maybe had one stumbling block at the beginning of this one. Obviously, he's going to want to get back into the winning ways. I have seen and spoken to Raw Matrix around the community. I know this guy is hungry for competition out here, J-Dime. He's, active and wants to get himself and his camp's name further and further out there, and he has been doing a fantastic job of leading the way in doing exactly that. But although Koroglu's name is very hard to pronounce, that's not the hardest thing about him. It is to be able to defeat him in that octagon. The guy is debuting this time round, but my God, has he shown that he has incredibly deep talent in the past.
Yeah, listen to me. You said that he's looking to advance his name, put his and his team's name out there. If he wins, trust me, his name's going to be out there. He's the only one with that name. There's no one close to that name, Humble.
Exactly that. Apparently he's part of Vex, if I'm correct. If I get word from the back, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he approaches this one. Matrix is one of those guys that doesn't let off Cyrus. He kind of comes forward with boxing combinations, and when he's hurt you, when he's found his feet, he just doesn't stop. There's no stopping him.
And look, he's a guy as well that likes the 4-star pick, to be honest with you. When he's on a prelim side of things, not that it happens often, he shouts out Nick Diaz Army every single time, and that's the pick he goes for again here this evening up against Robbie Lawler. They've had a fantastic set of fights in real life, and we continue to see some guys look to replicate that in the primetime octagon here, J-Dime. You can see already these guys not wasting any time getting those hands going. Maybe 100 shots thrown within the opening minute or two.
Yeah, this is the tiebreaker. It's 1-1 apiece between these two. But right now, Nick Diaz's pressure is crazy right now. He's looking to get Robbie Lawler out of there, but Robbie composure is really good right now, Humble.
Yeah, he's thrown 3-piece or 4-piece combinations, a lot of them as well.
Whoa.
And that's why he's vulnerable right there. He's got to be careful of that. And what he's got to do right now is get some respect back against Raw Matrix, and that's exactly what he just did, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. And obviously the thing about Robbie Lawler is that he is durable. He doesn't have the greatest gas tank, but he hits like a fucking truck out here, Jay. You really cannot take a combo from him, especially if it's lands flush when you're mid combination. He will separate your soul from your body. Nick Diaz obviously is durable as they come, but you really cannot sleep on that power, no matter, even if you're Nick. Even if you're Nick.
Yeah, power is one thing you can't teach. Either you have it or you don't. And Robbie Lawler has that hitter quitter, Humble.
He definitely does. And there was a slight adjustment he made in about a minute or half ago when he stopped standing in front of Matrix. He started using his feet, and I just like that little adjustment. It's changed the fight completely, and now Raw Matrix can't throw his 3-4-piece combinations. He's even struggling to land with one sometimes. It's a good little adjustment there, Cyrus.
Yeah, definitely, bro. And honestly, it's what you'd expect from these guys right here. We had some of the guys in the back, like Ginger, saying don't sleep on Koroglu. And as you can see, it's because he's got hands, man. And he's putting it to the veteran in Matrix right now. That's obviously not where Nick wants to be out here, Jay, but if we've seen anything from Matrix, it's that he has the ability to recover and get his own going.
Yeah, this is a hell of a first round. This is not going to the judges' scorecards, but Koroglu right now, even though it's a really good fight, he's looking to put his name out there right now.
Yes, he is a move.
Again, nice dodge there. Doesn't count. Oh, he does. He comes back. Matrix is getting flustered. He needs to calm down there. He let too much go right at the end of that round, and I believe dropped on a huge bunch of stamina there, Cyrus, when it close to the end of that round.
I mean, look. Did you know what's I've just got some information once again from Ginger, who seems to be fairly familiar with Koroglu. He gives us word that this guy is not even showing us necessarily the best elements of his game so far. He actually is a grappling phenom, so thinking how good his hands have been so far here this evening, Jay, if he decides to take this to the mat, then I know Matrix savvy down there, but god damn, that's a scary thought.
Yeah, to think that he's not using his best skill set, that he's just choosing to fight this way, that's scary, Humble.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he does grapple for the third round, depending on how this one's going, because there's that point in this fight where I thought he's not going to make it out of the round, and then vice versa. There's a very good first round in terms of stamina and end of the round.
Yeah.
But that's what Raw Matrix had caught him a few times. Cyrus, he'd hurt him, he'd done some damage to the block. Just those little adjustments, the halfway through the round changed the fight.
Yeah, honestly, what Coral Glue is doing right now is setting up combinations to the head, but it's the mix-ups to the body that's doing so well. He's attacking the body of Raw Matrix with vicious intent, setting up the head kick. Go, Jesus.
Ref's not even looking at him.
How is
Ref's
Nick
just
Diaz
turned the
still
other way.
alive? That
The
head
ref's
kick
gone.
probably should have killed. Hey, the ref is not in the cage.
The ref's gone for dinner.
The ref went. He went for a lunch break.
Look,
Yeah, the ref
can
tired
you
of this.
see a ref, guys? Can you see? There's no ref in this
referee.
ring. He's letting him
So
die.
who's gonna stop the fight?
He's letting him die, literally, and now Robbie Lawler is looking for that big finish. I wonder, honestly, it'd be crazy if Raw Matrix manages to come back somehow, but at this moment in time, Cyrus, he needs a miracle.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, but man, Coral Glue looking on form, bro. He's looking to start off this season with a bang. Almost perfect so far. Like you say, it was there was moments in that first round where it was looking difficult, but that body work, the damage, it is just a little too much. He looks like he may want to entertain some grappling.
Okay, it's time to show off his grappling. It's time to show off his grappling.
The most dangerous 7 seconds on the mat you will ever see. Robbie Lawler closing the show with stacked guard ground and pound. Beautiful, beautiful workout here.
Wow, great performance, Coral Glue. Is that how we say it? Coral Glue.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Coral Glue. Coral Glue. That's what I'm gonna say.
We're all. He's probably gonna tell us we're saying it wrong because they know what happens with most of the chat. But that's what we're all in agreement of. Coral Glue, and he goes like. So he was debuting today, and a lot of these guys get a chance to debut. The reason we give some debuts now and then is because they have a chance to put the name on the map, and that's exactly what he did. He showed he was worthy against a guy who was top 15 last season, and not only that, but with that type of performance, that is stamping your name right into that PlayStation division.
Well and truly, bro. Well and truly. Matrix is a tough guy to beat, whether you be at the prelims, main card, or main event, which is, positions that Matrix have found himself in many times throughout his esporting career. But to have the confidence of Coral Glue, everything I'm hearing, everything I read in the chat was, honestly, bro, it was a promising thought, and he may be a bit of a dark horse in this division. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what he can do against the talent as he continues to rise. For my money, Jay, he's already knocked off a really, really top name, at the earliest point in the season for him. For his first fight, he's taking on Raw Matrix and, beat him, for my money, and no insult, but like fairly handily. That wasn't Matrix Night. He did it pretty convincingly.
Yeah, that was a really good debut against someone like Matrix, who was really tough. And what impressed me is he still had a lot of stamina during that fight too. Like he damn near had full stamina, Cyrus.
Yeah, look, he could do another 5-minute rounds if he needed to, and that's the impressive thing out here, Humble, because we've seen him, like I said, not only do it handily, but manage and regulate everything correctly. And if he continues to be able to put on performances like that, then he may be like one of those guys that's just built for 5 rounds. He got that one done, in 3, but he might be built for 5 rounds. His stamina management with somebody like Robbie Lawler up against Nick Diaz, exceptional.
Yeah, absolutely. And the amount of talking we've done about someone after a fight as well, that just shows you how bloody good he was. But that was our featured early prelim fight for a reason. We're going to start moving on to the prelims now, Cyrus, and this is where it starts getting a bit tasty, because we have just speaking from one former Raw guy who was top 15, we've got Raw Spooky making his debut, and he was a top 15, top 10 sort of competitor last season. He was fantastic. He's fighting another top 10 competitor who's kind of just started his season and hasn't got quite going yet. Raw Spooky versus Ripe. It's going to be next, and it's going to be fantastic, J-Dan.
Man, Raw Spooky. It's been a while since I've seen Spooky fight. Spooky is a really good grappler that has a style to give anybody problems. And Ripe is really good in his own right too. We've seen Ripe put on some really good performances. We've seen a few seasons ago, we've seen Ripe, if I'm not mistaken, get close to a title before. Like Ripe's just a tough competitor, Humble.
Yeah, 100%.
I do have Ripe.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is Ripe that is still fighting, but unfortunately, no idea. Hopefully everything's okay with Spooky. He's a very reliable guy, so him not being available is a little bit out of the blue. But
got stuck in the tree.
He did. His teammate though has tagged in, bro. It may not be Raw Spooky, but Raw Soul is out here looking to answer the call, and he is going to be taking on Ripe MMA, as we said a little bit earlier on, a fantastic competitor, one that finished pretty highly last season and wants to obviously get back to those winning ways out here, Jay. But taking this fight on short notice against Raw Soul, back in the community, I mean, that's a big ask, you know, to be honest with you. These guys are really getting thrown to the wolves early and getting probably one of the toughest matchups they could find.
Yeah,
Exactly
and
that.
my fault, Humble. That's my bad.
You got.
Humble, you can go. You can go, Humble. I'll
I
let
can't
you.
even remember. I was going to say. No, I was going to say. I was going to actually make a. I was going to make a point. Has T Soul actually? Is this the debut fight this season, Cyrus?
Two Soul, yeah, Raw Soul. I believe this is his debut fight this season. I could be wrong. I think that towards the end of last season, he suffered a bit of a tough loss and has took a bit of a breakaway. I think he left a bunch of discords, took some time away to himself, and actually joined back a couple of days ago and is taking this fight, like I said, on incredibly short notice. But do not sleep on the man. He may have been away, but you best believe that he's been working on his craft out here, J-Dime, and he needs to be taken seriously. I'm sure Ripe is taking him incredibly seriously, as you can see. He is a dangerous man, already landing some big shots.
Yeah, he has an interesting style because he counters a lot and he fights a lot off his back foot too, and it can be tricky for anybody, Humble.
Yeah, it can be. When you're fighting off your back foot, you kind of learn to see. They've got to extend to get to you. They've got to close the distance by getting to you. You can kind of hold your position, hold your ground. It's easier. There's less movement involved. Than closing that distance. As you can see, Ponzinibbio trying to get in, and it is difficult sometimes, but you've got to be a good counter striker as well. And what we're seeing right now is a really nice, patient Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, he's playing off that back foot really well. I was going to say Ripe MMA was doing a fantastic job of choosing his shots, but it's really difficult against Raw Soul because of the side steps, Jay. But I feel like that's why Ripe is trying to set up those kicks, the calf kicks, and the more rounded shots to try and catch him as he circles into it just like that.
Yeah, he got to mix in them low calf kicks because he got to stop. He got to impede his movement because he's not just sidestep. He's major lunging to other side. So you got to target legs and body, Humble.
Yeah, he's starting to do the right thing. You got to hunt legs and body, but you got to do it smartly as well. You can't just keep. You got to cut someone off. You can't just follow them. You've got to cut somebody off. You've got to. And if it's not working, don't follow. You know, like some people really struggle going backwards sometimes, Cyrus.
Yeah, and this is the thing now, see, and you can see it from Raw Soul, like, he's aware that his opponent has made that read, so he is basically, like, constantly smashing that RTLT to block low, to check the leg kicks, and he's actually starting to get a better result, better success as a result of it. Gets a nice leg kick off there, but, setting it up behind the punches, using some feints, I feel like will pay dividends for Ripe MMA. And honestly, maybe mixing up some body hooks and stuff like that, because any rounded shot is going to impede that movement, as you were talking about a moment ago, you hear, Jay.
Yeah, and Ripe cannot let himself get frustrated if he's facing someone like T.O. Soul, because T.O. Soul, because him major lunging to the other side a lot could frustrate anybody if you're just missing. So he got to stay disciplined and not let himself lose his discipline, or T.O. Soul will take advantage of it, Humble.
Seen it though, like T.O. Soul started changing his game plan as soon as Ripe started kind of coming back. T.O. Soul started getting a bit more aggressive, so Ripe had a bit more success, and now he's starting to follow again Cyrus as soon as he's had a taste of that success right there.
Yeah, for sure. Man, Two Soul.
He
has such an unorthodox style, man. Like he's
effective.
It is exactly. It's like it's not always the prettiest, right? But he leaves more opponents than not just swinging at fucking air, Humble. Like it's like they're trying to punch him, and he's already left the octagon. It's mad on how many times he gets his opponents to throw at air, but it's because of the way that he game plans around it. He knows that that's a 50-50 for his opponents, and with setting up the checks to the leg and the like, he's able to draw people into high vulnerability situations to get some of those big finishes that we've seen him get in the past.
Yeah, exactly that. You can't box or kickbox this man. You've got to use MMA. You've got to use the full range of mixed martial arts. The grappling's got to be involved. The clinch has got to be involved. But the counter that point, Cyrus, as well. Moving like that to the left and right on this game is also incredibly high vulnerability. You just need to get your timing right. If you get your timing right and you can kind of just wait for them to move before you throw, that's how you kind of throw them off. That's how you kind of do it. Ponzinibble's not quite on that yet, J-Dime.
Yeah, he's getting stuck following Robbie Lawler a lot of times.
Yeah, honestly, one thing is I said it a little bit earlier on, but I would love to see like a faint jab into a rear hook or something like that out of Ripe. I feel like those types of techniques will pay dividends for him in this fight. But Two Soul, you know, like I said, it's easier said than done, Humble, because fuck that, like just like that. Anytime you throw something down that pipe, he is off that center line trying to answer back with some Vasily-like combinations.
Yeah, he has like a pattern of the way he kind of fights. He throws a few combinations, backs up, and then he's trying to like try to push off once he gets close. Once you get close to him, it's big push kicks to the body, big movements like that, leg kicks like that, and then a movement. It's nice work. He's keeping his opponent guessing, but I'll be interested to see if Ripe MMA can kind of pick up on some of those patterns.
Because everyone has a pattern. You just have to find it and find a counter to it. I feel like Ponzinibbio should throw some feints and force him to move when you want him to move. Them feints can force him to move, Cyrus.
100%, bro, because like it's basically all pull counters and side steps right now, like major lunges to the side. So, you know, as Humble said, it leads, although it's being so successful for him, it opens you up to big vulnerability, my guy, and he just eats a leg kick as a result of it. They're going to be there all night, Humble, all night.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go back to there. Oh, he knew though. He knows when he's going backwards. When he's going backwards, he's the most dangerous.
He didn't set it up that time. That was the problem. Gets the frustration now, but god damn it, Ripe sticks into the game plan, stays present. Jay reverses it into top mount.
There's no way. There's no way he wins it after. I was about to say, there's no way he ends it here after. T.O. Soul, I'm not gonna say dominated. He was in control of this.
Mate, a light bulb just went off in Ponzinibbio's head. Yeah. He has realized there is some knowledge that he has right now that he can do some damage from the ground right now, and that's exactly what he's doing. It's the opposite way. T.O. Soul is hanging on for dear life.
Look, I mean, the Argentinian quite clearly been practicing on his jits out here, Jay. Going really well for him. Only 15 seconds left in the round, but gets reversed.
Oh, nice.
Do you think that maybe that's a bit part of a game plan in that third round, or how are we scoring this? Does he need a finish now? Oh, is that what he needs?
Let's see.
I think he does, bro. Like first round was Two Soul, like for sure. The second one wasn't.
Yeah, I think that's what went off in his head. That sense of urgency. I probably need a finish. That's probably went off. That light bulb went off on his head. I'm not winning this. I'm not going to win on points. I need a finish, Humble.
Yeah, exactly that, and it's going to be a crazy round right now. These two, what a fight it's been. You know, they're both fantastic competitors, both showing their skill levels. We've seen multiple switch-ups within this round, within the fight so far, Cyrus, and very contrasting styles as well, very different.
Yeah, I mean, look, Ripe MMA is more of a traditional mixed martial artist, can do a little bit of absolutely everything. You know, keeps his strikes fundamental, looks to keep, you know, everything incredibly technical, but the unorthodoxness of Two Soul, Raw Soul, as he's now known out here, Jay, you know, keeps him in the fight. But fuck, man, that jab was killer. that was tuning him up. Woo!
Hold on. He is not out of it. Okay, he may turn this around.
Uppercut is coming. Oh my, it's nice work.
Nice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice, we're going crazy. We're going crazy.
Oh,
it's not stopped. It's
oh
constant. Oh, he's gone straight into it. And this could be it. This could be it. It's over.
God damn, bro. God damn, what a way to kick off this card. These guys delivering each and every time out, but Ripe MMA answering the fucking call, Humble. Not only does he accept the, you know, another opponent, a change of opponent on short notice, he weathers an early storm from a difficult Raw Soul, turns it around, and fuck you, just brought out that inner dog to, you know, to the forefront. Got the W, my man. Got the W.
What a sequence it was to get to that J-Time. Like, they were just back and forth, rocking each other, rock'em sock'em robots, as you would say, and then eventually just one guy just drops, and it happened to BT Soul. Jumping in on short notice, though, we've got to give him credit for that, but it looks like Ripe MMA adjusted a few times and then finally found the killer shot.
Bro, just to give you information on this, the betting before this, 1,600 of the channel points was bet on Soul. 40 was bet on Ripe MMA between two viewers, Raging Banks and Young Lepo. They just won 1.7k off a 20 a 20 investment. That was some big ass odds, bro. That was some big ass odds.
Yeah, and that's part of our system as well. These fighters tonight, all these guys who are competing on this card, we're going to have a chance to perform in front of you guys, but keep you guys obviously engaged in what we're doing. You can bet on each fight as we're going through. You bet your channel points on there, and you will obviously gain more the more people bet against the underdogs. You know how it is, Cyrus. I've won some on there myself as well.
Those betting lines, man, they can be mad. Sometimes I'll see everybody going and going full, betting their house, bro, betting their house on a guy, and I'll be like, you gotta chuck a little bit of a bet over here. You know what I mean? The odds are just too good to deny. And in mixed martial arts, UFC 4 especially, you never know where it's gonna go, man. The best don't always win, you know what I mean? But with that, my guys, we move swiftly on into the second fight of the prelims. I was hearing from the back that there was some connection issues with this one, so we're going to jump across to it, and we will see how it goes. All right, if the ping's jumping around, then of course we will have to call an end to it. So just going to put this out there to you guys.
What's the rules, Cyrus, for this again?
So it's something that's recently been under review. So the kind of overall thought on it prior to this was, if it was stable, that is what we would accept. Okay, we would accept a stable ping because, of course, we have competitors from all around the world. It is something that has been recently under review, and the general consensus seems to be anything between 150 to 200, and stable is more than fine. Anything above that seems to have too much of an impact on competitors' ability, and you can understand the reason for not wanting to fight against those sorts of connections. The main thing for me, though, guys, I mean, we've discussed it in the past, the main thing is the stability of it, right? If these guys are like 100, 150 stable, right now it's sitting at 70 odd, which is looking pretty good. They were spiking a little bit earlier. Hopefully that's not the case as we get into this one. It's looking all right, though.
Yeah, let's ride the wave. Let's go, boys. Ride that wave.
I really thought this was going to be, I thought it was going to be from 70 jumping like 150. It looks...
Oh, this is like the me and B's connection.
Wait.
It's okay. We'll be fine.
That was one moment, right? I mean, if that's only every like minute and a half, I think we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
We're good, fellas.
We got Kante, obviously, with Derek Brunson right there. That's going to be an interesting pick. It's not one of my favorite picks in this division, J-Dime. I don't know about you.
I have never picked Derek Brunson in my life on this game.
He's not blonde. Needs to be blonde.
He's not even blonde. He don't even have the superpowers from being blonde. It's just Derek. It's Derek.
It's just Derek. Fucking basic old Derek out here trying to fight up against the little Tasmanian devil that is Gaslam. That's what he reminds me of, honestly, his body type. He's so, kind of explosive for somebody of that size, so durable. And honestly, low-key, his grappling is really, really good. Everybody thinks of that kind of brawling sort of boxing style that he brings to the table, but as you can see, he's got Brunson down early, Jay, and he's kind of owning him in this position right now.
Oh no, he already has him stuck in top mount already in the match just started. He's not just... This is bad. I can't even... This is bad, Cyrus.
Goddamn, Kante is already breathing heavily out here, Humble, just having a bunch of these little bunny shots to the face, tendering him up for the big posture and the ground and pound.
Oh my days. I'm breathing heavy for him, Cyrus. Jesus, those shots have been... They're damaging. They're gonna break the skin, J-Dime. They're gonna make some cuts right there. That's not shots you want to be taking.
This is what I'm gonna blame for this. For what happened at Top Mount, I'm blaming Derek Brunson not being blonde. He does not have the abilities he is supposed to have, Cyrus.
Yeah, 100%. But I just want to chuck this out there as he gets some brutal ground and pound. You've just been compared to Kraus out here, Humble. You've been apparently fixing fights and betting fights.
Kraus is banned. Kraus is banned. You know what I mean? He's banned from our betting chat. All I'm saying.
the chat to
So
say
none
you
of
need to
y'all,
be doing
none of
more.
y'all paid for his picks. None of y'all used James Carl's picks. I'm just playing.
I always bet. I'm always getting involved. I enjoy it. I always bet on the underdog no matter what as well.
Oh god, he's back to the feet now. That's got to be right. That's just back to the fight.
Ooh.
He's getting some really good hands off right here, and he could honestly even get the finish with such a long amount of time left on the clock. 1 minute 40 is quite a long time, but the intimidation factor right now for Kante, picking Derek Brunson, he's not going to want to go to the mat, right, after being top mount, rinsed for about 30, 45 seconds.
No, I think he will, just on his terms. If he's on top,
Fair.
you know, I don't think he wants to be on bottom because he was. Oh,
he should have threw. Oh,
God damn.
Oh, man, how long can you be rocked for?
he didn't recover. Like, he did not recover. He was still rocked.
He was like banging into doors and all sorts right there. That man was done nearly. Kelvin Gastelum cannot rock him again. That was a big shot.
Woo!
Oh, man, Derek.
Kante answering back, brother. Fighting fire with fire out here, Humble. Keeping him honest, but it's not letting Sneaku slow down any which way, shape, or form. It's almost like it's just made him level up a little bit. Seems to have got the a bit of anger coming out of Kevin Gastelum.
Ooh. Yeah, nice work. I'm liking the boxing that's coming through. I think it's a bit little too late for Kante so far for his head damage. Really needs to do something significant. Like a bit more significant. I know he dropped him, but the overall majority of that round, including the drop, went to Kelvin Gastelum. If Brunson wants to win this fight, he needs to win this round.
Yeah.
I call him Brunson. That's just Derek. That's not Brunson.
It's just Derek.
Hashtag get Derek. Like, Derek Brunson needs that hair, man. We need that hair in the UFC. It's disrespectful.
Ooh. Yeah, it is disrespectful. Like when Charles Oliveira had that brown hair forever till they finally gave him blonde. They should have gave Derek blonde too.
Yeah.
Basic old Derek getting rinsed,
nice.
but answering back. A good little slip counter. Honestly, he's having some really good moments, Jay, but it's not enough yet. There's not enough. He needs to take more charge because that's right there every time for Kelvin.
Oh my gosh.
Woo! Body and head.
Derek, what is Derek recovery? Because Derek Brunson be hurt for a long time off one stun.
He's struggling right now, and
oh my!
You can see why they're 5-0. Oh, he started taunting him. He started taunting this. Oh, he gets a reaction from him.
Man, this is getting bad.
Oh, it's going downhill quickly, and nice work to get him to the fence, but you got to be careful, man. You got to recover.
This is bad.
Derek's got T-Rex arms, bro. He had him up against the cage and was missing hooks to the body. I don't even understand, but now he gets sat down. What an animation, bro!
Oh my gosh.
He put him to a knee. He made him take a knee. I wish he never started the menu that, because that was a perfect.
That was disrespectful. Finish. He could have ended that about 5 times, but he just kept letting him get up. I want to know the backstory because he doesn't like him. He has real personal beef with him. There's no way he kept dropping him, letting him get up, taunt him, drop him again. No. I need to hear the backstory.
Apparently, there is some beef between these two. I'm not going to go into it.
There was no sportsmanship. He don't like him. That was...
We had people accusing each other of going to cheese in this one and do that. I thought it was a great fight, Cyrus, but these two have been going at it, as you probably know, and to come out of it with that performance, you know, it's kind of better when you win those bitter rivals.
Was that the fight that was that somebody was saying they're going to cheese their way to a victory? You know, is this the one? Oh, bro,
somebody should have got cheesed. At that point, he should have cheesed.
That was one hell of a fight, brother. So I mean, look, if that may not have been any cheddar cheese, but it was beautiful destruction nevertheless. I have to say, Sneaku doing the damn thing. Sneaku, that's Vex Blink, right? Vex Blink. God damn, bro. Stand ups, showing out.
No, he just did him bad. He did him horrible.
Oh god, man, that like genuinely that hurt. Do you know what I mean? That hurt.
Yeah.
As a viewer, as somebody that supports all these guys, you know, knockouts happen, right? It's part of the sport, it's part of the thing that we enjoy, but just the fact that he knocked him out, taunted him, let him get up, made him take a knee on the finish, I mean, fucking hell, bro. Some next level, but I mean, we are setting pace tonight, Humble. We are setting goddamn pace. So we are not going to waste any time. We are now going to be moving on to rank number 35 Bone doing work. Veteran of the community, back and active this season round. Currently 1-0, looking to take on KM's Capellotti. Top 10 former competitor, not currently. Running 2-2 on this one. Coming off a loss and now having to try and answer back, try and push back Bone doing work, trying to derail this man as he's trying to go on this meteoric rise that he has been trying to do on. I mean, he's been making out videos on there, breaking down his fights. He doesn't care, bro. He's like, my talents are there. I'll tell you what I'm doing, and you still can't beat me. That's some next level of confidence.
Oh yeah, definitely. And confidence is an important word in this fight, because confidence is all about that undefeated sort of record, J-Dine. When your confidence is high, it can carry you through a lot of different things. It's going to be a difficult test tonight, but that confidence is going to play a part in this fight against KM Capellotti.
Man, Bone name speaks for itself. Bone doing work. That's a self-explanatory name right there. And like you said, y'all said he had the confidence of a undefeated Floyd Mayweather, basically, right, Humble?
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, so he must feel invincible right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing this fight. I want to see, will he face adversity or will he just run through him?
Oh my god, bro. Sometimes I love Bone doing work. I'm not gonna lie, right? This guy, he's kind of you either love him or you hate him, and he can be difficult at times, but sometimes he comes through with gold. So he's out in the chat. First of all, a little bit of a correction. He is 2-0. Right now, not 1-0. He's won a fight in between, probably maybe yesterday or on one of the unaired fights. But either way, he is now 2-0 from what he is saying in the chat. But he went out there saying this is for Kanye. He says, bro, this is for Kanye. So
oh my god,
that's what he said.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, listen, I respect it.
No comment. Let's just.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I'm just looking at. Also, I can keep looking at, right, is Anthony Pettis in that match in the rankings there next to Paddy. Someone use Paddy. Like Paddy Pimler right there. Gonna be fighting next week as well. But Anthony Pettis, J-Dime, is a fighter. We've talked about it a lot. Taekwondo sort of kickboxing style, likes to use his range. He's going to be fighting Max Holloway at lightweight. Let's be real. Max Holloway's never won a fight at lightweight.
He only fought Dustin at lightweight. That's a tough fight in itself. But yeah, we'll see how Max Holloway adjusts to the lightweight division. Because I felt like the first time he went to lightweight, he just ate some food to put the weight on. He wasn't really training for lightweight, Humble.
Yeah, he was a short notice replacement, wasn't he, or something like that. But you know how it goes. You take those fights and high risk, high reward. But this one's going to be very interesting. Bone doing work, like you said, 2-0 is coming in with Anthony Pettis. I'm going to be looking for some gamesmanship here, Cyrus. I'm going to be looking for him to kind of show the confidence in the octagon, especially with this character that he's got.
Whew. These guys, man. I'm expecting a lot. I'm expecting a lot of technique to be displayed here, and I say technique in like the best form possible, both defensively and offensively. Bone doing work is a guy that minimizes risk to perfection, but Capellotti is a guy that is so creative, Jay, that he's really good at opening those doors that are normally closed. He's really good at finding the mark for those high vulnerability, maximum damage combinations. Ooh. And Bone doing work. Stay defensive, work his game like he normally does, or can KM Capellotti overcome that defensive style?
I like Bone style already. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people don't like the defensive style. I like this. I like what he's doing. He's getting his and getting out. He's minimizing risk. I like that, Humble.
You said defensive, but he's offensive as well.
He's swinging. He's not
standing more shots. I'm liking the switch stance he's doing. He keeps switching his stance. Every time he switches his stance, he likes to go at the leg a few times. But he's confusing Capellotti quite a bit. Every time he switches his stance, Capellotti is unsure how to kind of approach the pocket, and that's what's really getting Pettis ahead at the moment, Cyrus.
Yes, changing the stance not only changes the distance between you and your opponent, it changes the tools that are at disposal, that are at your disposal, I should say. And because he's the one that's dictating which stances they find themselves in, he's the one that's in the position to make the best choices on what shots should be chosen, because he's a moment ahead, right? He's playing chess right now. Capellotti's kind of stuck playing checkers. He needs to level up and start catching him. I'm never going to count out KM Cavalote. I'll be straight up with you, but really liking what I'm seeing from Bone doing work right now.
It's different, J-Dime. It's not something you usually see. He's got his kind of own style. Beautiful work, checks to the kick. That's so high. That's like a big stun for him because of the way he's attacking the legs at the moment. To rock someone's leg early in that first round with 2 rounds left. After this one, you know, you've got a big rock right there.
Okay. That's a good takedown because he was starting to cut that cage and he was landing shots. That's a great takedown, Humble.
Yeah, he did good fight IQ, right? He realized his opponent was starting to press and he was going to try to rally at the end of that round. And Bone doing work has been doing work for the entire round so far, Cyrus, but that little moment there that Max Holloway's starting to come forward now. It's when you use your fight IQ, it's when you win the rest of the round comfortably and safely.
I have to say, this is a new and improved Bone doing work, bro. It really, really is. That guy was a lot more active in the past. He's always had good defense, but right now his patience, as I say that, he goes for a big spin kick into thin air, but his patience has been something else up until this stage. If he can stick to that, Jay, he could be, you know, starting the ascent to another victory, potentially 3-0 here this evening.
Oh, he's fighting well off his back foot. He's landing some great counters. He's making Max miss, Humble.
Yeah, you gotta think if you cap a lot though, J-Dime, like he's getting caught in that mid-range, isn't he? When, you know, the mid-range is where a lot of this action's happening, and it's on because he's kind of being the bull while Bone doing work has been the matador, and it's tough because it's similar to the fight we've seen before. If you press your opponent and it doesn't quite work and you kind of walking it with a lot of shots, just like you are right there, sometimes you've got to reassess your approach.
And nice. Everything's off the back leg. And he's landing great counters every single time, Cyrus.
Yeah, he most certainly is, my man. That jab, money. Leg kicks, money. Brilliant spin kick for Capalote. Gives him a little bit of breathing room, but he has to be careful. Anthony Pettis may be looking to set up one of those Showtime specials any moment soon.
Oh.
Love it.
Switching too. That's Max needed that. Even though he didn't stun him, he needed that.
Pressing the action right. Of course, that nice little kick to the lead kick to the body right there. Beautiful. Right, quick off from Max, but I'd like to see a lot more of those kicks. There you go. He's starting to fire them, and Bone works starting to use his boxing as he rightly should. J-Dime.
Yeah. But I think Max is still in this. Max is still game, and he's still landing.
So, yeah, 100%. I think one of the things, somebody like Capalote, you know, for my money, likes to set up his shots, so he isn't always throwing with 100% intention. But when he gets going, just like this, he is an absolute menace. Right now, he isn't trying to just land the punches. He's trying to punch through his opponent. He's trying to kick through his opponent, Humble. And you can see the difference. Letting them fly seems to be interrupting Bone doing work and has got him in a defensive, like completely defensive posture right now. You know, he's happy to take time off, draw this fight out a little bit longer so that, he can look to maybe scale it up and still have the stamina to do so as they approach the third round.
Oh, nice work. Yeah, he's really pressing it. He's really going after him. He's got to do it because so far in the fight, Bone doing work has been very crafty. He's had some great times attacking those legs, mixing up. I'd like to see Bone doing work switch stance a bit more, but maybe that's what's costing him his stamina. Who knows?
I switch stance a hell of a lot. That doesn't affect your stamina, does it, bro? Oh!
No, but that does.
That most certainly does.
Oh, nice.
The Dirty Dave special that we see in the main event later on this evening, I'm sure. Gets the rock, gets the double leg out here, Humble. And then when it's on the mat, obviously you've got to be careful to not give up that hard work and position. Like Capalote just capitalized on a subtle mistake right there.
Yeah, he's going to chip away at the body. There you go. He's doing exactly that. He's going to just try and chip away at the body, get back to his feet, and go back to that stamina. And now he's starting to give him a bit back as well. J-Dime, I like it. The gamesmanship's coming from Capalote, defending his spot. Defending his veteran status against this guy, and he's putting him on blast right now. The guy who's undefeated might be in trouble.
Yeah, he is in trouble right now. Max, since the beginning of this round, he's been pressing him. Max got to use his stamina advantage, and he got to use Anthony Pettis' stamina against him and keep breaking him down.
Oh my goodness!
Now, here we go.
5 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 second.
Oh,
Saved by that fucking bell, Humble. Saved by the bell.
and he might have just won the round.
Yeah.
He had 2 rocks against 1 before that point right there where he drops it and knocks him down. So, I know he got the overall majority of the stats. He looked like he ended the round really well, but he might have just won that round with that knockout.
Yes, sir. One of the OGs of the community, Dino Gamer, in the chat saying 1-1 going into the third, 100%. But Bone doing work, trying to separate himself from the pack out here, Jay. Getting the early rock. 2 of them.
What he's good at, though, like coming out, he comes out so fast. He's realised he's got to be offensive rather than defensive. He's got 1 shot. It's early.
Yeah. Yeah, Max. Oh, is he going to get him down? Nope. And Max Holloway has to press, keep hitting him to the body, because if you want to win this, he got to take his stamina away from him. Damage him, Humble.
Yeah, you've got it's a race as well, right, Cyrus? You've got 2 rocks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean, round of last, I know your stamina's gone, but defensively, you've got to hold on and try and not get hurt, and for as long as possible, you know, so you can kind of weather the storm. He's going for the kitchen sink right now.
This is actually a perfect response from Bone doing work right now. His stamina was not looking great. Capolote was definitely going to empty every single fucking second of stamina that he had available to him to try and get that finish. But it's hard to do so off your back. I'll be honest with you, I was for Bone doing work, I was getting concerned then. I was like, stamina ain't looking good. Started out this round good, but you know the way that could switch really, really quickly. He needs to hold on to this like his life depends on it, because it might just J-Dime gets reverse, bro. This is not good for Bone.
Oh, he got stopped though. He's got left or right options as well, and he gets the sweep, and now he's back on top. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Bordeaux work is hanging on, like does not want to get back to that feed, J-Dime. It's like lava's on top this time.
God, his stamina is completely gone right now. He is holding on for his life, Cyrus.
Yes, he is. I know that he's been doing those boxer-size classes, trying to get that cardio up, and maybe those extra couple of rounds out here, Humble, paying dividends for him, because, I mean, he is almost at death's door. He is breathing heavy through his nose, through his mouth, through his asshole. At this stage, he is struggling out there, but he is not giving up, my man, and doing all he can. I have to say it's impressive, because can you imagine if this was on the feet right now with that sort of stamina, with Holloway coming at you? I mean, it would basically be done.
He needs like at least 20 seconds of it. That's all he needs to change his fight around, but he needs 20 seconds right now. Like, he's close to the fence. I am confused on why he's not trying to get up against that fence and get up, like, you know, use that fence to get up, essentially.
That's actually what he just did right there. He went left, feinted it to shrimp to get a little bit closer to the fence. I do think he was actually just a little bit too far away from it, but the decision-making from Bone doing work right now, absolutely exceptional. Moves across to that half-guard position. Obviously makes it a lot more difficult to get up for Holloway. I mean, we said he needed about 20 seconds. He's now under that and actually gets up.
10 seconds left. He's got 10 seconds to try him. 10 seconds. Mate, look, don't do work. He's trying to hang on. He got 1 second. Nothing. I told you, you needed 20, not 10.
Yeah. So we all think that Anthony Pettis won this fight in a close fight. It should be 2-1. We agree with that?
He won the first, in my opinion, and then he definitely won the first, and then the second round was definitely for Holloway, I think, with the knockdown.
Yeah. You're 100% right.
How can you deny anybody but Anthony Pettis that in the third?
Whew. I mean, I agree. Pettis won it, bro. This is this would be a robbery if he did not, but 29-28, unanimous decision. Of course, Showtime Pettis gets the job done. Let's fucking go! Bone doing work says in the chat.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Going into that third round, did you think Bone doing work was going to come out with that sort of game plan, rock his opponent, and then take him down and hold him? Do you think he had a chance to do anything like that?
So, just to jump in there real quick, I personally thought that he would try the takedown, and that would either result in something like this or him getting bitched instantly by Capolote, who is a guy that would, you know, he ain't somebody to mess around with out here, Jay. He will target you in all opportunities he can. So if he sees you shooting early with low stamina, best believe he's gonna fuck you up. So yeah, I thought that may be the case. I'm just surprised he got it. I'm surprised he got it and did so well, because if he was like, you know, a couple of seconds off either way, he may not have been able to survive that forward pressure that Capellotti was going to try and bring. He only had 20 seconds of it, and I think that's what kept him in that fight, or in that third round.
Yeah, 100%. I was just going, because I was trying to point. Bourne doing what he did in that fight and having the second round he did, and then managing to perform like he did in the third round, J-Dime, for me, is more impressive than just going out there and starching your opponent, because you've shown incredible fight intelligence and IQ to be able to come back, because you've got nothing. You can't make one mistake in that round.
Yeah, his IQ was impeccable because he needed to do that, because the way his stamina was looking, if it stayed on the feet, he may have got put out. He may have got starched, to be real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. Guys, I've said it before. I'll say it again. We are setting fucking pace tonight. Humble. Austin JG is actually stepping in this next bout. So it is no longer Clarky. This guy hopefully is alive, but is not here.
Alive.
Yeah, he ain't here to fight, but hopefully he's doing well. But
Hopefully he's fine. He's alright.
He will be going up against, obviously on short notice, Austin JG, former Xbox competitor, now on PlayStation, taking on the one and only Kai Films. Former champion. You gotta remember that, Humble. Former champion was Kai. Some time ago now, but he definitely wants to get back to those winning ways, and he is trying to put together a run here this evening, being active, kind of like a Hamzat, Chimaev, trying to make sure that he's taking fights, multiple weight classes, multiple events back to back. He's game for that activity, and believes that may play a factor, that readiness, that active competition towards what gets him towards the belt. Being active, getting those dubs, and staying fresh against going, as he moves up those rankings. But Austin ain't no joke, bro. He ain't no joke. That guy's got hands for days.
Exactly, yeah. And Kai's brilliant at taking people down. He's going to be interesting to see if he can get him down on the floor and kind of utilize the grappling. But lately, he's like to start the fights, stood up a lot more, J-Dime. He doesn't kind of focus solely on his grappling and try and take you down and do set stuff. So that might be interesting. He might be giving Gokhan Saki a chance to get into this fight.
Yeah, but let's not forget, Gokhan Saki can throw the triple lead uppercut. No one else can do that, but he can do that.
What else?
Starting out pretty quickly. I mean, Austin, like I said, this guy definitely has hands. Gokhan Saki doesn't have the best stamina, and as you can already see, Humble, just to chuck it to you, Kai, intelligent as always, trying to attack the body with teeps and hooks. I think that's really, really smart.
Yeah, he's got to be careful though. Those teeps that he's throwing right there, they're brilliant because they take long-term stamina off you, but you can get certain moves you can use to kind of catch people with them, and Gokhan Saki has every single one of them, so he's got to be super careful with throwing those teeps to the body. We've seen big championship fights change like that before, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Saki. He's now closed the distance, but lets him off the hook there. Now using teep of his own. Very interesting, J-Dime.
Man, those teep kicks are effective, but if Gokhan Saki could sidestep one of those,
yeah,
it could get ugly, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. And Gokhan Saki being such an exceptional striker, it really doesn't take too many. You got to remember that guy's got, was it the triple uppercut? It's triple, right? It's not double.
Triple.
Triple uppercut, bro. So if he sidesteps you once, bro, he may just fucking uppercut that head off, rock'em sock'em, robot style. That neck maybe getting ringed out.
Yeah, them teeps, like in real life, people really don't really answer them teeps what they're like. It's like you take your knuckle and you turn it into a ball and then push it into your ribs. Freaking knacks, but then imagine it on a leg, it really hurts. They dig you into the liver, they dig you into the rib cage, sometimes in your belly, and if you need to go to that toilet, Cyrus, it doesn't feel nice.
Bro, if you hit that soft spot, hit the get the diaphragm, you can knock the wind out of somebody. Like it is a lot more dangerous than people think. It's not just a tool to maintain your range on your opponent, but Rakic, man, he is he's looking dangerous, Jay.
It's all set up. That was all set up from them kicks to the body, J-Dime.
It was. You know what it reminded me of? It reminds me of when John Jones was kicking DC to the body, and then he finally went up top, and he hit him.
Kicks one. You've just got to completely make them guess. Beautiful teep to the body. Kai's fighting wonderfully right now, Cyrus.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my God! Gets caught in response though. Gokhan Saki, you gotta be careful. You cannot mess with this man.
Here we go.
Good job in defending that last shot, but there's a lot of damage right there. That was a. He's not got a lot of head health now. Now I'm looking at it, J-Dime.
Yeah, he doesn't, but them teeps and all them shots are starting to take a toll on Gokhan Saki's stamina too.
Yeah, it's looking disastrous right now, Cyrus, as he starts to get to the end of the round. 5 seconds left. It is a very close round, but the stamina is the kind of the story at the end of that one.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, stamina can be a big factor in a lot of things, but these guys, just the way it's been working, he's not just got the stamina advantage. I feel like the biggest moments, those head kicks, the ones that stand out the most came by the way of Rakic. Of course, Saki's still in there, still had good damage of his own, but as you can see, Kai now, with the stamina advantage, with a slight advantage in terms of the head health as well, out here, Jay, is going to press that action and look to close the show quickly.
I got a question. I see it looks like the stream is lagging on their end, or do you think it's the game? Like, every now and then it just skips, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if it's the game, it could mess up their timing a little bit, but I don't know what it is.
I think it's the stream because of the way they're playing. They're not really letting it deter them from their action. They're moving quite fastly, but it's been all right so far. I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah,
I think Kai is now going to try to utilize his grappling and see out this round and do some damage, though, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. And just to take this opportunity, since they're on the mat for a couple of seconds, I know Rakic is advancing very, very well. But to the guys in this chat, obviously, kind of mentioning the lag on the stream at the moment, that is partially, of course, their stream. But I know that it is also happening with our cameras. So I do apologize. I will fix that in between rounds. Can't see any reason it's happening, but we'll troubleshoot in between fights. Either way, hopefully that should stabilize out from what I can see this end. These guys, I don't imagine, are going to allow us to call this fight for too much longer either way out here, Humble. The activity has been crazy so far, although it's slowing down a little bit right now. Rakic is just trying to now, inch by inch, walk his way to that victory.
Oh, Jesus. He's putting those knees in, J-Time. He's getting them knees from that position into the ribcage. They're really, you can build some real power with those. GSP finished Matera with those sort of knees, made him curl up to the ball and really hurt him with them knees. You can get some leverage.
Those knees are underrated. Those really hurt, and they can do a lot of body damage, Humble.
Yeah, definitely. Take the wind out of you, kind of deter you as well to get held in that position where he's getting kneed. It's not nice. Beautiful work. He keeps going that left side of the body, the right side if you are Gokhan Saki, and he's really doing some damage. When they get back to their feet, Cyrus, it might essentially be a case that he's done so much damage on the floor that it's going to be an easier affair on the feet.
Yeah, exactly right. And honestly, Kai, we mentioned this, right? He has been doing a lot more work on his with his striking, but one of the ways that he won his belt back in the day was his grappling pedigree. So rest assured that he's going to maximize the work that's done on the mat. And then when it gets back to the feet, we'll be looking to take your freaking head off there, Jay.
Well, all I'm saying is Rakic looks good right now, and I have to bring this up. They don't look like they're in the same weight class.
No, I don't think they are. I think Gokhan Saki fights probably. He was at light heavyweight, but he probably shouldn't have been. The way it's at the end of his career when he came to the UFC, and the guy looks like a middleweight. He looks like he doesn't look too big.
Oh my God!
He looks dead.
Second time he threw it. Second time it landed.
It's
and
over.
the finish, man.
I did.
Man.
I did some work in that fight. He looked so good. I liked his approach with the teeps to the body. He had a game plan for pretty much the entire fight there, J-Dime.
Man, that was a good performance by Kai. I can't even lie to you. That was an elite performance.
So sorry, I laughed for a reason, right? I know you guys couldn't hear it, but Kai had his mic turned on. I don't know what he said. I'm gonna go back and listen to it, but it sounded hilarious either way. Well, I think he said, I won yesterday, got to finish yesterday, got to finish today, many more to come, peace out. But he could have said whatever, I don't know, bro. Like, this guy's confidence riding at a high, though, and you can understand why at the moment, Humble.
Yeah, of course. He's just got a massive win over a tough competitor. And I believe as well that was an opponent change. It's not always easy to get an opponent change, J-Time, but he gets it today. And it's another knockout win in our prelims of this afternoon. But we're going to be moving on, J-Time, to our featured prelim of this evening. You're going to have LW Hammer versus Clivium. Did he box or dirty boxing? Clivium, is that, Cyrus?
You said What did you say it's called? Dirty
Caribbean?
box.
Dirty
I don't
Boxing,
know.
DB, that's right. Dirty Boxing, Dirty
DB.
Boxing, that's the one.
Hey, can somebody pronounce that for me? Okay, I'm not smart enough to pronounce that.
Give me a moment, my guy. Sorry, I was so I was doing a little bit of troubleshooting, but let me just quickly have a little bit of luck, because I have to see it to say it. Let's go with Kivlem. Kivlem. That's what I'm going to go with.
Kivlu.
I mean, it's
Kivlem.
unique. Right?
It's a unique name, for sure, but he is a unique competitor, 1-0 going into this one up against LW Hammer. Now, just as a bit of a note before I continue with the troubleshooting just for a moment, I will say that Hammer came into this one. He's looking for redemption in Primetime MMA. He competed a while ago back in season 2.
Oh, okay.
Dropped 2 fights in that, and since then has been undefeated. He has not lost a fight in Primetime MMA since season 2. Now, has not always been the most active, but he plans on changing that this time around. Once that gold wrapped around his waist out here, J-Dime, and he doesn't just want to do it with any old fights. He wants to do it with bad blood fights every step of the way. Going into this call-out, he didn't just go, I want this weight class or whatever. He just went, I will fight anybody from DB. I will fight anybody from Vex, I think it was. He called out camps, my man. He called out camps. He said, bring all your guys, line them up, and I'm going to be taking them down. Kivlem now has to step it up and defend himself, the honor of his camp.
I know how to pronounce it though. I know how to pronounce it now.
What?
That's Caleb.
Caleb.
Caleb. Oh, that's a
Caleb.
cool name. That's a cool Caleb.
I used to have a friend named Caleb. That's crazy. Now I'm looking at it. The V is like I know how it's Caleb.
He's got his A upside down.
Yeah.
Nah, put it right. Put it right, Caleb. It's weird. It's like I'm saying Callum in Canadian, Cyrus. It's a strange thing to say.
Yeah, no, for sure. Right, so I'm just going to kind of peel back the curtain for a moment on you guys, right? From what I can see, there is absolutely 0 issues on our end now. I mean, we're running at 0.1% usage for running this stream, so like it's running as smooth it could be. So hopefully, guys, the minor technical issues are a thing of the past now. These guys, I do believe, are ready and raring to go. Just quickly skipping across to them, and without any further delay, we now have the one and only LW Hammer going up against Caleb. Do you say, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
So Hammer just let us know that he's muted his mic. I appreciate that. Yeah, we are good to go, guys. We are good to go. Yeah, Dory, I lined you up. I got you, Jay. I got you.
I was just making sure I was lying.
No, it wasn't you. You went tripping. That's my bad. Like I said, messing about with all these back end settings, didn't have it quite set up. But look at that, bro. Like magic. Got your beautiful faces back on those cameras.
Looking clean. But there's a bit of magic that I want to talk about right now, Jay Dan. Bit of magic be called, why hasn't someone banned Cody Garber in the bantamweight division? Magic. We talk about it all the time. I have been in that division that we pick 4-star fighters for prelims, and as soon as you get in that division, the first thing you want to be thinking of is, am I first pick or am I ban? Because if you're the ban, you're banning Cody Garber so your opponent can't pick him. But that never happened here.
People may be comfortable going against Cody. I don't know, Humble.
We'll find out soon, Cyrus. But we haven't seen that. You know, Cody. Every time someone's picked Cody in bantamweight, they've kind of won the fight. It's like going in with a 5 pounds overweight. You know, they're getting help here.
Oh. Wasn't a bad idea. That wasn't a bad shoot. But so he persisted.
Do you remember back in the day, I don't know, you guys didn't call his fights, but you may have heard us refer to him in the past. The first ever PlayStation champion was a guy called Styles. Now, I can't say what his ground game was like because they don't like you to use those words, but let's just say it is more than just emotionally abusive when he gets you to the mat. And quite honestly, that is the feel I get from Hammer. When he gets you down, this is more than just emotional abuse. He is he's violating people on the mat. Caleb trains with some of the best around, had a fantastic season, has Dirty Boxing. I believe that he's going to be doing all the work he needed. He knew what to expect there, Humble, and so far has done a good job of mitigating it, but obviously not where he wants to be within the first 2 minutes of this fight.
Yeah, definitely. And we were talking about the Cody Garbrandt pick at the start of the fight. Now, after watching his first 2 minutes of this round so far, I can see why Jedi, because he's going to end up taking him down anyway and taking away the 98 power. It's a smart thing to do when you're fighting someone like Cody Garbrandt, because if you can get some ground and pound offense on that chin of Cody Garbrandt, he might be able to swing the times on the feet as well later in the fight.
Smart. This is so smart because, like you said, that's how you take away the 98 power. You put him on his back and you control him on the ground. That power don't mean nothing if you're on your back, Cyrus.
Exactly right, brother. Unless you're Kevin Holland, in which case you may catch a hammer fist. Or
How did
Nico
he
Price
do
for
that?
that reason. I don't know.
remember that.
He dreamed it, bro.
How?
That's what he said, right? He said, I dreamt this. Hammer fisted this guy into fucking oblivion. And I wasn't just anybody. That was Jack Ray Souza.
But you shouldn't be able to get power like that from there, though.
Yeah, it's superhuman, bro. It's superhuman. But there you
Yeah,
go.
that
Back
was
to the
crazy.
feet, and this is where Kevlin's going to want to be. And as you can see, the
whoa.
combinations here, Humble, are fucking glorious.
Yeah, definitely. He's got to stay on that. Caleb's got to do a good job of consistently being able to hurt Hammer. If Hammer can control you like that for a certain period of time, and he's so patient, he reminds me of a lot of different great grapplers and strikers, and the way he kind of plays consistently chain wrestling like that, you've got to do your damage when you get on the feet.
And I just want to chuck this out there, Jay, right? We've seen Riviera being picked a number of times in Primetime MMA, especially in the prelim section of the card. This might be the first time we've seen him, for my money, utilized right. Going after the grappling heavy. Really, really pressing it. He's always got good hands, right? People remember the couple of fights that he had on the feet. But this guy's a grappler. He is a wrestler. So utilizing those skills very, very well across the course of that first round. Of course, still another 10 minutes to go potentially. And we've already seen how dangerous Kevlin is on the feet. I mean, anybody's victory still ahead for my money, but I have to say that the grappling pedigree of Hammer mixed against the striking pedigree of Kevlin, it's a beautiful matchup.
Yeah, such a great strategy, though, with the grappling by Jimmy Rivera. Oh, my gosh. Did you see Cody Garbrandt taunting? He just did the Millie Rock, Humble.
I like it. I like gamesmanship. Gamesmanship's a tool. We talk about it. You've talked about it. Part of the damn gamesmanship in these sort of competitions, it adds an extra element of mental warfare. And Hammer's down. Hammer's down.
That's that Cody power. He's going to put him out. How did Cody eat that? Cody, he's not eating that.
He didn't eat
He's
that
not
one.
eating that.
Hammer's firing. Hammer's got to be careful not to get in. He seems human when he starts boxing with his opponents and not kind of utilising what he's good at.
Jeez, man. On the feet right now, I don't know if it's just maybe the moment, the fact that he is so kind of set in getting the victory, and the game plan that he has. On the feet, he has me worried for him, but every time it hits the mat, it's a different ball game.
It's like he's fell asleep at the wheel sometimes on the feet, and when he gets back driving that beast, he just doesn't look like he can kind of come off the tracks at the moment. The way he kind of grapples, it's very controlling, it's very dominant. He doesn't give you a lot of space, and he'll take these little shots, build the grappler's advantage all the way through the round, essentially.
That's smart though. He maintains dominant position, keeps getting this little damage, because those body shots out of sprawl do damage, Humble.
Yeah, they do, and he's going to roll to the back right now, and it's also like you're taking away the majority of the round from him, right? You're making sure that he doesn't hurt you on the feet. You're doing damage on the floor. I do think that Caleb's had some better success on the feet. I'm sure he got a rock as well. Yeah. He did some major damage. So for me, Hammer needs to do a bit more work.
This is not good for Kevlin, brother. This is not good for Kevlin. Low stamina.
It's neck and neck so far. I'm not liking the way he's.
Whoa, I'm not liking it.
There's going to be a point where he needs to get ahead, and
this might
it looks like Hammer. Oh my God, it's so neck and neck.
As it approaches that halfway mark, the submission, the submitter goes up quicker.
He's about to get out of this.
Nah, it's so close. Hammer needs to track right now. Yeah, he's going to get out. He's out. He's out.
Just about, bro. Just about.
Yeah, but Hammer's in a good position right now because he's got a chance to. There you go. You have a chance to reverse. If you don't know that position too well, you've got to move immediately. You've got to move immediately if you're not going to kind of do it. Nice work. had a big submission attempt there. You know, he's been on the ground even when he was on his back. He was doing a lot of. He's going for the finish essentially, Cyrus. Close round so far.
Yes, sir. Gets back to his feet. It's only 15 seconds, but that round is Hammer's round through and through, unless there's a big stun in the last 5 seconds. But
I'm not sure.
You don't think
no, the start of the round, you've got to remember that Jimmy Rivera. Sorry.
Oh shit! He got 2 knockdowns. My bad.
That's Cody's round. That's Cody's round.
Remember, he hurt and danced on him at the start of that round. We were talking about.
That's Cody's round. It's the opposite of what we thought.
Yeah, no.
That is not Hammer's round.
Art of War, brother. I was wrong.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
The taunts add +10 to his striking each and every time he does it. Hammer said, though, this is Hammer time. And ducks the head kick. God damn, best head movement of the fight from that man right there. Vital as well, Humble.
Yeah, he needs to.
Oh!
The hammer is coming down onto Cody's head. And this.
He's not. He reverses it.
Mate, imagine he submitted it.
Oh, I was about to say.
I thought he was going for it. I genuinely thought he was going to go for the submission right there and kind of one-up Hammer. It would have been incredible to see it, but he can't get reversed here. He cannot get reversed here. It could be 2-1 to Hammer. He needs to do some damage. He needs to get back to his feet. Cyrus, that's a good way. That's a good way to start right there.
Yeah, you know, absolutely. There's 3 minutes 35 left on the clock. Still a lot of time, but obviously not exactly where he wants to be. Getting caught a couple of times, but if we've learned anything about Kevlam at this stage, PJ, it's that he does not back away from adversity. He meets it head on and seems to come out on top more often than not. It's just Hammer's got that game plan. He's so committed to it. He needs to be pitching a 100% game on the takedown D, just like that, to continue to allow him ahead in the fight.
Sean got, and I said Sean. Cody has to use this power that he has because he may, I don't know. I'm not leaving it to the judge's hands. That's all I'm saying, Humble.
Yeah, you don't want to. You know, you've got to try and finish the fight. You don't want to leave it to those judges, man. Those judges don't have a clue sometimes. Because you think you're clearly winning a fight in their
like real life.
Yeah, something completely different. That's the only thing this game got right. Hey, whoa. Big work for Hammer. He might try to seal off the round right now. Close fight so far, but Hammer, those 2 big knockdowns in the early, in the second round are going to kind of help him, you know, go against him. But this round so far, I do believe he's done a good job, Cyrus.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah, I mean, he was, bro. The reversal so on point. I have to say, Kevlam's all about that damage, man. Like, he don't give a shit about anything else. You can have as much top control as you want. He's just looking to cave your skull in. Wants to look like Sin City.
Cody?
Yellow man. Yes. Oh my.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can he keep him here?
Oh my.
Oh, hey, wait. This. He has 40-something seconds. He may do this.
Mate.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
It's Hammer. He's not going to bring the hammer down on Hammer. He is.
He did. He's trapped him.
Oh, my days.
He trapped him. Hey, he just...
I mean, you can't be mad because he used your own move against you.
He just trapped you. And this whole fight, Jimmy Rivera was initialing all the grappling. Who would have thought Cody would have trapped him in top mount and got him out of there?
My days.
Yeah, now look, I could be wrong. Maybe I misheard him, but Hammer had his mic on in that fight, and as at the end of the round, I believe he unmuted himself and said, "I can't even be mad at that," and you can't. Like, you can't be
mad at that.
Nah, that was some skills right there. I have to give it. Like, this Kevlam guy, he is, like I said, he was relatively new to me as like a competitor. I've heard things about him, of course, being part of DB, but Jesus, like. Rank number 31, knocking out Hammer, a really top respected kind of talent within the community. We know how dangerous he is every single time, no matter where he is, you know, who he is. He is a dangerous man on this game. So for Kevlam to do it like that, and to get the finish on the mat, Jay, fucking blew me away. This kid might have like genuine kind of title possibilities for him in the future if he continues to put on performances like that, because although this was a featured prelim, although these guys were both 1-0 right now, these are like top flight talents. We know how good Hammer is, and I feel like that is about as good as it could have gone for Kevlam. I mean, just what a feather in his cap.
Man, that's crazy. It was such a wild fight, and it was just so surprising that he's the one who ended up winning on the ground when Rivera is the one that initiated all of this, and he got him trapped in timeout. Once you seen the first denial, you thought, okay, there's a possibility he could win this. Then he denied him again. I said, oh, this is actually over. There's nothing he can do from here.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, from what I'm hearing in the back, okay, we have a slightly larger card than normal here today, and what we want to do is make sure that all the competitors are ready, raring to go. All the guys in the back are recharged and filled. We do not want you guys at home to miss any second of the action that these guys continue to put on. We are going to be taking a very short 60-second, 2-minute interim break in between this prelim and main card, so do not go anywhere. We will be back any second. Get your drinks, get yourselves ready, and prepare for the fucking carnage coming your way. And we are back at it, and just like that, Humble, J-Dime, the action continues. Main card ahead of us. We have Killer's Row of Killer's Row set up to take the Octagon. Up next is the one and only Meeseeks up against MBK Goku. No, sorry, I do apologize. Meeseeks up against B3 Trials. There was a switch out, in all fairness. Goku was letting us know beforehand he was actually working. He was going to try and take his break around the time that this worked out. So unfortunately, that did not add up for him. I know, bro. So some of these guys cut it close to the wire, Jay. But you got to love the activity and the willingness to fight. But either way, we get a fantastic fight ahead of us. Meeseeks, a truly talented competitor on the rise, up and up within Primetime MMA's PlayStation division. But the B3 faithful, Trials himself, looking to step into that octagon with TJ Dillashaw and get the job done on short notice.
Man, Figgy and TJ. Okay, but when it comes to Trials, people forget that performance he had last week. He had a good performance last week, too. So I want to see how he builds from his return last week till today, Humble.
Exactly, and he's undefeated at the moment, so he's going to have a lot of confidence. He's knocking people out, and that's exactly what you need to be doing. We keep talking about Cyrus, right? But you could be 3-0 at the moment and get a title shot. And if he knocks this guy out right now in flyweight, he potentially could put himself 2-0 and he's 1 away.
Yeah, I mean, he puts himself within that running, right? So the way it works in Primetime MMA, that top 10 acts as an active pool of competitors to challenge for the championship. Whoever hasn't most recently challenged, who's on the best win streak, puts themselves in a really good running to get that opportunity, to get that call-up for the main event. And my God, does Trials want to take a step in that direction? Sits him down early, Jay. What a clip. God.
Yeah, and I like the way he's fighting. He started this fast, and he's throwing them shots knowing that Figgy's block is only 85.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, he's got to go at him early, and he's done a good job. Ray Trials known, well, the B3 boys, as you know, Cyrus, are known for this, and known for this sort of style to go out and kind of do that. It fits Trials perfectly. Trying to get him out of there early, make a massive statement at the early start of this main card.
I was gonna say, like, Trials is this like Trials War? Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
It is, yeah. So, I mean, this is the thing. Before Trials joined B3, he was a really, really well-rounded, established competitor as well. And he was one of those guys that truly could do it all for my money. Like, every time I saw him, whether it be on the mat, whether it be on the feet, it's forward pressure, it's damage, it's looking for that finish. And I feel like that's exactly what we're seeing early on. Like you say, attacking that block early, getting the stun, and now straight on the mat. I mean, to put your opponent in such a deficit early in the fight, you know the panic is going to start to settle in, because he doesn't want to just get out of this position. He doesn't just want to survive. He wants to get back into the winning of this fight, which is easier said than done when you find yourself in positions like this.
Exactly that. He's had a dozen fights this season as well. V6 has, and he's fighting a tough competitor. Trials wants to be up there, J-Dime. He wants to be fighting for the belt. He wants to put his name on there. B3 won everything.
Yeah, they said B3 taking over. They said B3 on top. Remember when they used to always put that in the chat? And that's what Trials is trying to show right now.
Bro, they live and they breathe that shit. I'm telling you, they are doing all they can to, continue to grow their platform, to continue to grow their, kind of notoriety within the community. And I mentioned it before, these are the guys that can, you could literally watch a silhouette of them fighting and that's a B3 guy. The one kind of ripple to this is that I've liked seeing Humble is the fact that a couple of them are mixing in some grappling to that repertoire as well, just like Trials is doing right here. I think that it's a really, really smart way of allowing him to maintain more stamina should it go into those deeper rounds.
Yeah, that's a good point. It is flyweight though. These guys barely lose too much stamina in these fights. It's one of the beauties of it. But beautiful work from Trial. Look at that, J-Dime. He's out down for a second and he makes his opponent make a step off his back as well. He's dangerous in both positions.
Yeah, from watching the first round, it just looks like Trials War is just a level ahead of Meeseeks right now.
I mean, about as perfect as a first round can go for you to answer this on short notice. This guy is dialed in. I mean, look, sometimes these short notice fights, they can work against you because you're not exactly warmed up out here, Humble. You weren't expecting it. You weren't mentally prepared. But if one thing we know, that is that he, for no will never not be prepared. The B3 mentality means that you're always prepared. And he's showing that right now. It's going into the second round. He needs to maintain that momentum. And of course, it is all on Figgy to change the tides and to get himself back into this fight. We've seen Meeseeks do it before, Humble. Can he do it this time?
Nice work. Trials is go hunting for the finish right now. It's a lot harder as well, J-Dime and Flyweight, I believe, to get finishes. But he's doing the right amount of work, the right amount of taking the right amount of risk to put him away, maybe in the second or early in the third so far.
Yeah, but Figgy
Oh,
got to
my.
throw. Oh my gosh. Whoa, my. Figgy has to throw something. He got to make him respect him because
my.
TJ has a low block as well. Like, you got to throw something. Right now, TJ's combination punching is just, he's beating him like a stepchild right now.
Yeah, you can start using his movement soon as well. The way Trials is flowing right now, he's in the flow state, Cyrus.
Yeah, I mean, look, he is literally not taking a fucking footstep wrong out here, Jay. In and out movement, making him throw at air every time. Every time Meeseeks goes to throw a combination, he's got fucking 5 punches back in his face. Couple of good shots right there, but he needs more of it, brother. He needs more of it.
I'm not gonna lie. This looked like the TJ that he thought was gonna show up against Aljo. This is what TJ expected to do.
Yeah, and I only ever have these performances in my dreams. You know, these aren't sorts of performances that are performed by every single person. Trials War is in the zone right now. It's either that or nobody's watching, right? And everybody's watching Trials outperform this man, and he's coming in a 1-0 undefeated, and he could go 2-0 right now and push his name right up there against the top echelon of the division with a big win over Meeseeks.
Ooh. And Meeseeks is trying to do something, but this storm, TJ it's just a storm coming with TJ. He's just swinging and hitting him every time he swing. Damn near humble.
Starting to use the jab though. Like one way to get in there is actually counter that. Like use your jab, put it on him. You've got more power. But Trials is just looking to counter constantly.
You notice as well, Jay, every time he goes to the body, every time Biggie's trying to go to the body, he's like, the answer is put money in the bank going into that third round. He's like, Trials just fires that knee square up the
that knee up the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, again.
And now he threw the knee to the body. Nice.
And another one. He keeps doing. Oh, there we go. Oh, he gets caught a bit there though. Needs to be careful. Kind of hunting. Trials has had a great performance so far, but starting to kind of loosen up slightly is Figueredo.
Man, it just Figgy doesn't look bad. It's just like he's a step behind. It's like Trials just one level above him. Like it just looks like that right now.
Yeah, he hasn't let him get going for my money out here. He just like genuinely has not had an opportunity to even get out the starting blocks. And anytime he feels like he's going to, the takedown is just there, and Trials goes to work down here as well.
Oh my God.
Yeah. For me, this is the difference right here. The difference in grappling from Trials War Meeseeks is it's a massive gap, and the way he's fighting right now, gonna get the finish all day.
Flawless. That was flawless. That's all.
Grappling brilliant. Grappling was brilliant.
Oh my.
Like sometimes it's like hyperbole saying like flawless victory, but that was a flawless victory. Like you couldn't
that was
get
actually
more
flawless.
Yeah. Those marks on his body is his opponent's blood. He did not get touched.
Look, that's crazy.
It's true though, bro. Like he looks like he's been in a war, but like, what's that mean? It's like get a gun, but not for me. Trials. He's on top today, bro. He's on top.
Yeah, he's smashing it. He's just done a fantastic job of putting his name right up there amongst the top PlayStation guys. You know, the PlayStation division is begging out for new blood to come through and kind of challenge the champion, because he seems to be running through. He's going to go back through the division again, is Smudger, if he beats Raw Papi tonight. So people like Trials War coming through, that's going to be very interesting, because Trials is going to get a big opportunity in his next fight, and he's going to be paying close attention to that co-main event spot tonight.
No, exactly right, brother. You know, like you say, there's maybe like 2-3 more guys that haven't currently challenged for the belt that are already got like, you know, decent winning records that are in or amongst that title talk, maybe like 1 or 2 fights away. So when you see somebody like Trials come in, answer opportunities like this in a big way, gets those extra points not only on short notice, of course, but gets them via a finish as well, which of course, if you're a PT faithful, you will know gives you those extra needed kind of points to step yourself towards that championship opportunity. I mean, just absolutely perfect, you know, kind of realization of the opportunity that was at hand for B3 Trials here this evening. It moves us on to the second fight of this main card. Just very, very swiftly, to be straight up with you. Hasboys up against ICB Dragon. Both guys are 1-0. There's a couple of guys on this card tonight, Humble. 1-0 guys, right? Like, you see them running through, but these are guys that have been around in previous seasons. They have done really, really well in the past and are obviously starting this one out with one hell of a bang, being undefeated, getting off to a 100% start. You don't want to let that go, especially not at this point. It's it's too early. They've got a big spot ahead of them. They're on the main card. They're trying to go for those extra points, and you know that it's time to let it all loose.
Yeah, definitely. It's your second hurdle, right? It's your second big step, and in prime time, you take big steps forward, but you take bigger steps back. So you've got to be careful, Cyrus, because if these guys who are going 2-0, 3-0, they're going to fight some of the toughest guys that you can find. And ICB Dragon and Hasboys, they're there right now fighting each other. Two undefeated fighters come through, two veterans amongst the game, two guys who finished quite high in every season they compete in. They're about to be fighting with Vitor Belfort and Robert Whittaker in the centre of that octagon in front of a viewing audience, Jedi.
Man, I know for a fact there's no drug testing for this fight. Vitor is on everything right now. So Robert Whittaker has to watch out that a gust of wind, just you hearing the wind, may actually hurt. That's how powerful the substances he's taking are right now.
Yeah, and it's not just those supplements that are getting him there. He has the power of Jesus on his side. Those crosses carved into the side of his head do quite genuinely give him otherworldly powers. You don't often see people go somebody like Vitor, especially in the main card, but I have to say, I'm not actually surprised with Dragon. He's kind of like, I said it before, he reminds me of like a Great Mist. They're similar in a lot of ways, and the fact they go these unorthodox picks, but they find opportunities to cause maximum damage is one of the kind of main parts of their game, but this does feel like maybe Hasboys is a little bit more technical out here, Humble, but it's the wildness and power of Dragon that obviously can leave him susceptible to big damage.
Oh,
yeah, that's it. And Hasboys needs to really utilize Rob Whittaker's skill set, but at the same time, he's getting pressed right now. Oh, that needs to be countered, right?
Yeah, it's wraps if that's countered. And he needs to counter them hooks, them round shots. He's throwing a lot of round shots after the jab. He has to counter one of those.
Yeah,
maybe he's building some data there first, Cyrus, before he acts upon it. Maybe that's the reason.
Yeah, I think he's trying to make a read on like what's the best option. Do I duck because Vitor's throwing a lot of uppercuts, or do I lean back and risk that spin kick to the dome? Because of course Michael Bisping lost an eye because of that thing. You got to be careful, bro. You got to be careful.
Literally took his eye out.
That's so crazy.
Still won a world championship. That's crazy, even crazier. But these two guys, beautiful. Vitor's no joke, man. Vitor was the guy who ran at Wanderlei Silva, punching his head off across the octagon in early UFC days. One of his debut fights. It's absolute. I know he's roided up, but come on, like one of the biggest spectacles.
Oh my God.
Look, his eyes gone across the cage. Visions of Michael Bisping.
Just remember, even if he doesn't get it on the feet, he's got submission game as well. He literally almost tapped out John Jones. If that guy wasn't built of something different, his arm snapped, bro. Like his arm snapped and he carried on going. But Vitor is like killer instinct doesn't quite cut it. This guy is like built from something different.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
He's built from needles. He's built from. Listen, it's the fact that he has that power. Then you add the illegal supplements in front of it. Then Jesus, like.
Then Jesus as well, yeah. You got Jesus.
That combination is hard to beat.
Yeah. That is some bajomba juice right there, Cyrus.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. Jesus and laboratory grade pharmaceuticals allow him to stay in this fight. Do you just see he ate that like it was nothing? And that is Robert Whittaker throwing bones at his face.
He's on some. He does not feel that. I'm telling you, he don't feel it.
Some painkillers before I came out, mixed with other stuff. But look at this beautiful work. The boxing coming in now from Robert Whittaker. Hasboys has been doing well.
Yeah, like he's fundamentally sound, right? Like that's what it is. He fights through like traditional striking, and his approach to it is very traditional. Kind of almost reminds me, we were taking the mick earlier on, but it reminds me of Michael Bisping, Vitor, just like highly technical, kind of fundamental or traditional fighter up against like that wild TRT that is standing across from you. He's
huge, Jay Diamond. He's coming at you with big shots and flying kicks and doing everything like that. it must be scary fighting Vitor Belfort when he's on roids.
Yeah, and then imagine the roid rage. Like that's scary.
Man, the guy's crazy.
I have to say, Dragon is fighting. You know, somebody said in the chat, so he's fighting like he has somewhere to be. Yeah, he's fighting like he doesn't want USADA to be have any opportunity to test him anytime soon. He wants to get in,
he
get out.
Out the country before that.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll be out the country by the time USADA gets there.
He plans on getting a knockout mid-second round, getting on the plane by the time the third one would have started. But Hasboys, I have to say, like what we were saying earlier, the traditional striking is actually playing to his favor. If the longer this fight goes, Jay, I feel like the better it is for him.
Man, Robert Whittaker needs to do something though right now.
Yeah. Needs to get something going in the meantime.
Took his head kick, like he's threw it 15 times, like 16 times. You gotta time it at one point.
There's counters there. There's counters open. You
gotta take a risk. I'm not disregarding the style because it's tough to fight Dragon as he's coming forward with that, but he needs to capitalize on those patterns. Those patterns are you can see them clear as day.
Yeah, you're not lying about that one because I remember in the first round. He got in the habit of throwing hook, and not not one of them got up. He's Robert's dead. Hey,
death.
Death. You see how fast? That ended once he got to the ground? It's the power of Jesus.
You ain't wrong, man. You ain't wrong.
Power of Jesus.
Ooh, goddamn! I mean, like I've said this before. I will say it again. ICB Dragon. There was a reason that when he was on his like debut fight, he got a space on this, to fight live. This isn't his debut, obviously 1-0, but last time out, he got an opportunity to fight in his debut. It's because I knew the types of the type of fighter he is and what he brings to the table, and he had an opportunity, has run with it ever since. I mean, what a spot to be now! What a spot to be, Humble. 2-0 in the Xbox division, a very very deep division that's hard to kind of hold on to any sort of undefeated records, and obviously still very early for him, but so far so good. That forward pressure, that sort of chaos he brings to the table is paying off for him, kind of like the early Justin Gaethje days.
Yeah, he's gonna come a big competition now, and he's gonna have big fighters in front of him. He's gonna be looking at those sort of fighters at in the next sort of bouts that he's going to be going against. He needs to kind of clean up some stuff with your Jeb Dan, but it's a fantastic win for him to get a win over another guy who's 1-0. Propels him right up there.
Yeah, you're right. And you know what fight we have next, though, Humble? We have your boy. You feel me? You know him very well. His fist hits your face a lot of times. Humble. So I'll let you announce this.
Well, it's not just the next fight, it's the next 6 fights that we have. Every single competitor in our next 6 fights are all in the top 15 in their respectable divisions. So 12 fighters, all in the top 15, all fighting next for everybody. Massive implications across the... But next up, we've got Storm versus Word Life. Word Life's looked impeccable, Cyrus. He's looked incredible. Yeah. And you've got to say as well, for Storm's been brilliant. He absolutely... battered me on the ground, made me angry and salty. That's what you want to do to a competitor. That's exactly where you want to get them, and he managed to do that. I can respect it after the matter of fact.
After the fact, and some time has passed, the wounds have healed. Yeah, for sure, bro. Like I feel you for trust, but like I'm pulling it up on my phone real quick because I had read something going into this one. These guys are basically neck and neck in points, and just to kind of illustrate something in this PlayStation division. Now, it probably sounds like a lot to guys that don't know, but there's only 60 points between them. They're ranked 9 and ranked 15. Storm is 4-2, and World Life is 60 points behind him, 2-0, ranked number 50. Now, that sounds like a lot of points, but you get about 100, 125 points for a win or a finish out here, Humble. So it's really, really, not that much difference. It's one fight, and this is that one fight, my man. So if he wins this fight, he probably clears top 9 and starts to get himself really into some of those interesting spots for fights.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to be fighting some top-tier guys, starting with now, and as World Life comes on, and we're just speaking a bit about his skills, J-Dan. We talked about him quite a bit. He's like a rare unicorn, and he's one of those fighters that really performs well, does well in ranked, does well in major esports league, including our own. But you see him now and then, and he's come back with abundance, and he's starting to finish people and look just like his regular Word Life self.
Yeah. Oh. But if I'm Rob Font, I got to use my jab. I got to use my 5-star boxing, because even though Rob Font has been nerfed as of late, he still has 5-star boxing.
I can't understand the pick, to be honest, Cyrus, of Rob Font now thinking about it. Especially with him being a grappler.
A lot of people kind of like him because he is quite rangy for this weight class. But especially as the weight class is developed, he's no longer as competitive as of a pick. But honestly, Storm knows what he's doing, bro. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's gone this pick for a reason. Just has to be very, very careful. We'll take this opportunity as these guys continue to pepper each other with shots out here, J-Dime, to shout out the Maniac Fight League coming through with a raid of 6 people. We appreciate you, and of course all the support the guys are showing in the chat as we continue through this crazy card, bro. It's a crazy card.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you to the Maniac Fight League. Make sure you get a shout on the chat for them too. Do follow those their league if you are in ours as well. What a fight we've had so far. Word Life, it's only been 3 minutes in, J-Dime, but the way he's kind of gone from Word Life so far, I see him kind of picking apart Storm. What I meant by that, Cyrus, I can't understand the pick of up front because Storm is an incredible grappler. Yeah. I fought him and his stand-up, I did okay. When he took me down, I was nowhere near on the same level as him when he took me down. His grappling is one of his biggest assets. And he kind of takes that away with the pick of the fire.
Yeah, I feel like it's partially because of the fact that, you know, when you're such a top-level grappler, I mean, kind of throwing back to my UFC 3 days when I could rinse people on the mat, like, it doesn't matter who you are, and I think Storm's at that level where he's just comfortable in his abilities. He knows if he gets to the mat, he could literally be anybody, and he's going to be able to, you know, he's the right guy behind the sticks to make it work either way. Maybe he felt that Word Life has a striking advantage and wanted to be able to have some weaponized tools against him out there, Jay, and I can understand that because, I mean, Word Life is undefeated right now, and he's knocking out everybody.
Yeah, but when it comes to Storm, maybe sometimes you get tired of doing what you always do. Maybe he wanted to work on his striking. True. Just round out his game even more. Show that his striking is elite too. Maybe that's what it was, Humble.
No, I'm looking for a pass here. I think this is a bad pick, and I think Word Life's starting to pick him apart. You don't want to be striking Word Life. Word Life too good on the feet. Like he's phenomenal there. So for me, Storm needs to mix it up, man. He needs to take him down. He needs to utilize where he's good.
I don't disagree with you. But I feel like we've seen this sort of mentality from fighters in the past. Definitely needs to get active with some grappling, though. I feel like a clinch would go a long way. Because my God, Word Life is styling out here, Jay.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't want to agree with Humble, but it could be a bad pick. We'll see. Time will tell in this match.
I just want to see him grappling more because that's where he's going to really shine. He reads as well. If he catches him, fair enough. But for me, Word Life's starting to pick him apart right now. Nice one.
Right what you're saying.
Yeah. Nice. He's starting to get flowed now. Maybe Storm wants to show something. Maybe that's what he's feeling. He felt in himself to strike, and you know he's got something up his sleeve today. But I've been underneath him. That's the only reason I kind of think he should.
You've been underneath him. It's crazy.
Pause.
Well, Word Life, he is brutal with those combinations, and the way he goes to the body, look at that work, sets up some of those headshots, I don't know, man, the intelligence, the shot selection, always phenomenal with the B3 boys, but nobody doing it better than Word Life at the moment. He gets clipped, Jay!
Oh, wow.
He done hurt him now. He heard Humble talking shit. That's all it was. He heard Humble talking
It's not me talking. I'm trying to say I'm not talking shit. It's more so I want to see where he's good and do well. I want it to be. It's a much more competitive fight than that. Beautiful work. Oh, he doesn't quite land it there, Cyrus. And Word Life's looking for that killer shot again.
And he almost finds it. Gets the stun. Every time he gets ahead in the damage, he does work the body, and that sets up the headshots. This might be the finish out here, Jay. Any moment, the pressure is incredible here from Word Life.
Yeah, Word Life is in control, but Storm is not out of this yet, Humble.
He needs to land another big shot. He had him hurt for a big moment there and needed some damage. You see Word Life give him a bit more respect now and just trying to set up his shot. But we'll see if he can come back into it. He's had little glimpses, Cyrus. He needs a few more of those, and maybe one big opportunity is all he needs.
Yeah, that lead head kick is kind of Donald Cerrone-ish. He just continues to land it, almost like zero telegraph, comes out of nowhere. But that boxing of Word Life, a little bit too clean right now. They continue to connect on the chin. I don't know how much more his chin health can survive of this. He's got to be out soon.
His chin health cannot survive. Okay, he still survives right now.
The skin of his teeth, bro. I don't understand how people do it, man. How you can be so close to death but still find a way to come through.
Yeah, he's just hanging on, and 35 seconds left. It looks like it's almost done for World Life. World Life is starting to tee off and really bad. Oh, is that it? It went out.
This is probably over. This is over. There we go.
That is over, bro. That gotta be. I was trying to hold my breath. I didn't want to bring in the commentary curse for him, but what a performance. Let's think about it right now. Humble Jay, like the B3 boys this evening, are they pitching a 100% game from the short notice replacements? Is there 2 or 3 people so far, all finishes, all with performances like that?
Yeah, I believe so. I think every one of those guys have shown up tonight, shown up and shown out, and that's exactly what their camp's about. We did talk about them earlier on, wanting to put on. It looks like they came with a game plan to put their camp on notice tonight. The B3 sort of card, Jedi.
Yeah, they're pitching a shutout right now. Right now, them B3 boys, to my knowledge, are undefeated. They're killing right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking to get themselves into that main and co-main event spots again in the near future, and with performances like that from competitors like that, you know that it ain't too much longer for these guys. I mean, World Life, is that 3-0 for him now?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Top, flying into the top 10 right now with 3-0. That's going to be huge. And you got people like Papi, who's 3-0. He's fighting for a belt, so he maybe not fighting for a belt straight away, Cyrus, but definitely putting himself in contention to fight for a chance for the belt.
Yeah, 100%, bro. He's there or thereabouts for sure. God damn, man, I ain't gonna waste any time. We're gonna continue with this carnage that we have unfolding in front of our eyes. Talking of top 10 fights, up next we have ranked number 8 KM Caliber, 4-2 within the division, up against ranked number 10 Winter XJ, also 4-2. I mean, as evenly matched as records can be, and I would imagine competition-wise, these guys are going to be very evenly matched as well out here, Jay. They're very, very well known for their talents. Caliber's been around the scene a very long time. Winter XJ a little bit newer, but I mean, he's made a splash quickly. He's been active and putting together one hell of a run.
Yeah, and what do we call Caliber? Caliber is like the Donald Cerrone of primetime. Caliber will fight anybody, anytime, anywhere, late notice. And Caliber is not just Don Cerrone. He's a tough test for anyone. I didn't see him upset some of the GOATs. We didn't see him beat about everyone.
Yeah, I mean, look, humble. Caliber, won the belt with Lyoto Machida, and just to check this out there, about the replacement side of it, he actually has a permanent replacement role. Yeah, like he's literally the only guy in the server. It's almost a joke role, but his role is permanent replacement.
That is crazy. Sometimes though, it does bite him in the butt because those late replacement fights he hasn't prepared for the fighter that he's fighting. So those are part of his losses as well, J-Dime. So as much as the late replacement side and the attitude of that kind of makes him as a fighter, so does that stepping in short notice and kind of not being fully ready to kind of take the fight.
Ooh, they starting off. We got Kamaru Usman versus Leon, the trilogy here. Ooh.
If I've seen anything, it's that Winter XJ needs to be taken seriously on the feet. And knowing Caliber the way I do, I know he wants to come out here and showcase some of his striking, but I feel like his best route to success is probably mixing in some of that grappling because Edwards, Winter, has been basically perfect in that in that realm up until this point.
I'm quite surprised by the pick of Caliber as well, Jay. I don't know about you, but usually he picks like really obscure sort of characters. But it seems like he really is taking Winter seriously because he's picked Kamaru Usman, who's probably one of the most OP characters on the game. And it looks like we're going to get a really serious competition because Edwards is doing a fantastic job of picking him apart from the outside so far.
Yeah, that roundhouse to the body. No, sorry, Jay. That was just the roundhouse caught me. What were you saying, bro?
I was going to say, Caliber must really respect Winter because he got Kamaru Usman. That's the cream of the crop. Yeah. That's the meta right there.
It's true, man. I didn't even think of that. Like, he is the guy that goes unorthodox picks. So the fact he's going Usman here means that he is here to. He means business. He means business out here, humble, and you can see it. He ain't taking too many risks. He is trying to do everything he can to get himself ahead in this fight. It's a close one. It's a close one so far.
Yeah, the level of respect he's showing for Winter is saying essentially, I won the belt with Lyoto Machida, but I'm fighting Winter XJ. I'm used to Kamaru Usman, you know, I'm 100% taking this guy seriously. He's brilliant. So, when Winter XJ has shown it so far, he's so to the books, J-Dime. He throws the correct technique at the correct time. He moves after he's thrown. He doesn't kind of stay there. He does everything fundamentally really well.
Basically, he's just so fundamentally sound. He does all the basics. And he's getting punched out. Oh my gosh.
Oh, J-Dime's book.
Yeah, I gotta stop speaking because something just happened, Cyrus. So I'm gonna let you speak.
I don't know what just happened. Maybe some inside betting, but one of his own teammates has bet against Caliber here in this fight. So I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what's going on, but he said he was never my friend. Some inside shit going on, but either way, Caliber is here and motivated. If even his own campmates are back, you know, counting him out, maybe that's what's brought the extra fire under him, Winter, to get that victory. But never mind, bro.
He knew. The guy knew in his camp. Oh my god, this is it.
Oh my gosh. I was about to say he must know some inside information.
No, we don't know shit, bro. I'd never count out KM Caliber. I'm telling you. Now it's on the mat with zero stamina. I was going to say, if there was any longer in this fight, that could have been a terrible, terrible spot to be in, but...
And I'm asking you a question, though.
What's that?
Was it intro that bet against him?
It may have been, bro. I don't know if we should put that on blast, but like...
The heel turn, live on stream, the heel turn to his teammates back.
Oh, goddamn. Right. So,
Jay, would you feel if your teammate bet against you?
That hurts. That hurts the soul. That's supposed to be your brother. That's supposed to be someone you talk to every day. Y'all train together.
Well, he leveled against me. He leveled up. He said he ain't ever my friend, but Caliber ain't here to make friends. He's looking to win championships. Tries the axe kick. I didn't even know Usman had that.
Yeah, he threw a lazy one once, and he's got it forever now. Similar to Conor McGregor and the what's it called, the Thunder Roll.
Oh, the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder. Nice work. Going up teeps to the body. They're going to cause some long-term damage, J-Time, or long-time stamina drain, essentially, off that body health.
Oh, man. Kamaru Usman must have something to prove, because he didn't even shoot for a takedown yet. And we're in the second round.
Ooh, almost ducks into that front kick. That could have been bad, but... Ooh!
How did he dodge that? Nice work. Caliber is really putting on him right now. This is starting to heat up. In this second round, they're both starting to catch each other at Will J Diamond. I'm not sure which way this is going to go because there's one mistake from either guy at the moment. It could be lights out.
Nice.
Oh, now he finally shot. That was smart. That's a smart shot right there, Cyrus.
Yeah, it was a really clean takedown as well. Like the timing on it was impeccable. Finds himself very quickly in a side control position. And with this amount of time to work, this is all Caliber's game, humble. This is where he likes to be. It's where his bread is buttered. So he's going to be looking to try and utilize his kind of grappling kind of knowledge in these positions. And as you can see, gets the posture up with some GA. Easy and free posture cross into top mount to get that ground and pound, brother.
Oh. His head was getting bounced around that mat right there, J-Dime. Didn't take too much damage, but he does a good job of kind of mitigating that. Now in half guard, going to see if he can get up.
No, he went for the sprawl instead, but this is exactly where Kamaru Usman wants to be, like you said, Cyrus.
Yeah, 100%. And if he goes up, I hope to holy hell that Usman goes for the flying gilly. I love that. Please do it. Nah, it's almost there, bro. It's like honestly, that's almost easy money. If you can get the denial off to stop the counter, then it's a really, really powerful submission. But good work for Edwards to stop the kind of guard pull into top on transition there, humble.
I think Caliber just pulled guard. And just didn't go for the top mount, but he just pulled guard. He's so confident off his back. Even though he did what I do and make a mistake and press the opposite, the wrong one instead. But
he didn't do what you did. I don't think
Usman has it. So I think he went for it and Usman doesn't have it. But he's not going to. Winter Excess has got no stamina left. J-Dam, I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah. So even if he is out grappling him, say he would be draining his own stamina if he gets denied.
Who won the first round? Was that Caliber or was
No,
that
it was Winter. Wasn't it Winter?
Winter did knock him down at the end with a question mark kick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Winter
Oh,
got that.
this could be 1-1. Could be 1-1. You shake it off, shake the cobwebs off if you Winter. It could be 1-1 going into the second or third round. You've got it. We seen it earlier on. Board doing work with that stamina. It can happen again. And Winter at XJ, it's got to show us what he's made of right now. It's got to show us what he's got, J-Dime.
Well, even if he does lose, he hasn't looked bad, but his head health is kind of low, Cyrus.
Yeah, no, it's his head health not fantastic, but I quite honestly I feel like they're basically mirrored, just slight advantages. I will say that there is a lot of support for Winter XJ in the chat and has been throughout the entire course of the fight. You know, the cries rallying around the octagon, trying to get behind Leon Edwards. Winter XJ gets peppered with a couple. Caliber seems to be settling in, Humble.
Timing on that takedown. Let him get comfortable, let him throw 3-4 piece combinations, and then just went after the third or fourth shot. You got no stamina left, you can't block.
Yeah.
Now he's in the crucifix. And that's not going to help. Caliber's going to rain down the point of his elbow on the nose. The first one, J-Dime, that's a stinger.
Man, this is not where Leon wants to be at all, especially against a grappler like Kamaru Usman. He's already seen Kamaru Usman grappling in 2 different matches already, so he should be used to this by now, Cyrus.
Yeah, no, he should be, bro. I mean, like that. I'll be straight up with you right now. Usman is just in control, burying his elbows and fists into the fleshy parts of Leon Edwards' face, looking to cause maximum amounts of damage. These little kind of pitter-patters, they're just, you know, kind of opportunities to get that G up. He wants to be efficient. He wants to maximize the damage he can do. Oh, man, it's like that calculated approach that some grapplers are able to employ. It's terrifying, Humble. Fucking terrifying, bro.
Yeah. It's so frustrating as well if you're Winter XJ. You're really trying your best to get back to your feet, but you don't want to get finished. You're 1 minute 47 seconds to work. I'd be trying to get back to half guard, but he keeps getting denied every single time. And then exactly a sprawl. He needs to block this transition. It's so important. Doesn't do it.
Yeah. God damn. Paul Zimbo cross, and this is one of those things, you know, when there's side saddle positions, not side saddle, sorry, like back sitting sort of positions, there's a lot of opportunities from them. Caliber's are on point, Jay. I mean, he's getting every single one of them for the last minute or two.
Big brother's in.
Oh my goodness. Leon, Rocky, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Never mind. You can't even give him pep talk.
Nah, but you can't, no, because he just beat the living hell out of him. Like, I felt like Caliber's way of working on that fight was to break the will, break the opponent's sort of will in the chin. You just kept hitting him, until you decided, you know, I can't take these anymore, and it goes out.
You got to remember, Caliber was battling against all the odds. Not only was his teammate betting against him, it was his cornerman for the fight as well. I found out, J-Dime. He was in the party telling him what to do. At a certain point, Caliber said, no, I'm doing this my way. And he got the victory. And you've got to give that man credit to battle through that sort of adversity. All the odds being stacked against him. I'm sure he's going to be very happy with getting his hand raised after all that work.
Man. Caliber. I don't know. That's another great performance by Caliber. You did your thing, Kamaru Usman. He won the trilogy. That's not going to happen in real life, guys. But he won the trilogy. It's a great fight.
I concur, and I completely and utterly agree on that one, bro. But yeah, what a pace! What a pace these guys are giving us. My God, Humble. Already we are 4 fights deep into our main card. Up next, we're going to be having rank number 5, former title contender MBK GOAT, looking to take on rank number 10, STK Lewis. A little bit of a change to the graphic. Now, of course, Lewis, with a big win here this evening, goes 4-1 and puts himself massively up in those rankings and potentially could be looking to challenge for a title in the future. But GOAT has his eyes firmly set on that. As you well know, Humble, he has been calling out. He believes, I think you said earlier on, he has the blueprint, my man, for Smudger to get that, for him to get that victory over Smudger should they rematch.
Yeah, he keeps saying he's got the blueprint, J-Dime. He says he got the blueprint over and over again. But you made a good point as well earlier on. I'll throw it back to you. You said you've got to be able to utilize that blueprint and utilize
you got to be able to execute it.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, but NBK GOAT has been putting on some great performances. Yeah, he lost for the belt, but he's looking to work his way back up. But he can't overlook. Who's he fighting right now?
Say again, sorry, bro?
Who is he fighting? He's not fighting Smoke anymore, right? Who was the...
No. It's STK Lewis. So an STK boy is taking up that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's facing Lewis. And, you know, Reaper always told me, you know what I'm saying, you know how he always speaks highly of his STK boys, you know?
Yeah,
he said Lewis can beat... He builds up Lewis a lot. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, like he seems to be the chosen child, right, from STK for sure.
Yeah. That's...
Has Lewis been fighting this season, did you say?
Yeah, he is 3-1. 3-1, bro, from what I'm seeing.
Technically, he's higher ranked than Smoke as well, who Smoke was the previous guy who's going to be fighting. So you got number 10 versus number 5 right now, and it was going to be number 13 versus number 5. So they're both the exact same record, so it doesn't make a difference. But STK Lewis, what that means is he's had higher finishing rates than Smoke. So this is going to be an interesting one. 2 high in finishing rates. One guy who thinks he's got the blueprint for the champion, another guy trying to make a surge into his STK team, J-Time. It's going to be an interesting fight.
It is.
This is going to be a great fight, fellas.
It truly is. Now, what we're going to do, just as these guys are getting set up, I'm going to throw it to you, Mr. Humbledink, throw it to you, J-Dime, for about 60 seconds or so, because I know that we covered it at the beginning of the card. We have 2 fights here this evening on the main, obviously on the main and the co-main of tonight, that honestly are sensational, that are groundbreaking fights of this season. Some of the biggest fights that these guys have had of this season, both Xbox and PlayStation Championship on the line. So I'm going to throw it to you guys for the next 60 seconds or so as I get these guys all ready.
Yeah, we've got 2 fantastic fights, as Cyrus was just saying right there, in front of us, and then 2 main absolute attractions, J-Time. We'll talk about the main event straight away, because that fight is an absolute... It's a banger, essentially. We've seen it before. Both of these are champions. Both of them are teammates. I think they're 2 of the best players in the world right now over all competitions, and they get to show it again tonight in PT and put a performance on for the PT audience.
Yeah, we look at BFAP Trickzzy as the primetime GOAT on that Xbox side, and Dave isn't that far from him. Dave is a great fighter in his own right, his teammate, and a lot of people don't like to face Dirty Dave. So this should make for a great fight. They're teammates. They train together all the time. They're 2 top-level competitors. This should be, I'm not going to say fight of the night, because there's so many great fights that's happened, but this should be a great fight too.
Probably the highest level fight of the night for sure for technique. But if it's a close one, we'll live to find out. The core main event of this evening, the ever almighty 10-0 Smudger. He's going to be 9-0 Smudger. This could take him to 10-0 Smudger. And we never talked about this before, J-Time, but I've never seen anybody in primetime history, I know I've only been here about a year, but I've never seen anybody go 10-0 in any format.
Listen to me. Smudger has been proving constantly that he is that man, that he's still that boy. He's been proving it. I've seen him fight yesterday too. Smudger is one of the best in the esports community, and there's people who can say they have the blueprint, but like I said, you have to utilize it, you have to execute. I'm not calling him Papi, like I said. Will he execute the game plan that he has? Or will Smudger be too much? Because it's getting to the point where we get a new competitor every week say, I can beat Smudger. Smudger just running through. That's what it's coming down to right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if you agree, Humble, just to jump in real quick, but like Smudger, I want to almost compare him to, less of the crashing cars into pregnant women and the like, but he is kind of our John Jones right now. Do you know what I mean? Like he is, bro. He is like doing flawless runs. He's making it look easy across the community, and like I said, there are still rising talents that he is yet to meet in primetime MMA, and I am looking forward to seeing if he's able to get through those, through those tests. And Roar is an established camp. Papi is up there for a freaking reason, my man. But I think that these guys now being already humble, we're going to jump in to the former challenger and, of course, the late replacement that is. And GOAT is now ready to go. They are stepping out. Featherweight, bro, it's time. It's there.
Well, we've got Conor McGregor versus Volkanovski, J-Dime. Very interesting pick because, Conor McGregor hasn't really lost any sort of stats since Conor McGregor started becoming a bit worse for wear. But Volkanovski has only got the best.
Hold on, you said who hasn't lost stats?
Well, this featherweight Conor McGregor is an older version of Conor McGregor, so he hasn't lost the stats that the other Conor McGregor have lost.
Yeah, this is the Conor that never lost in featherweight. And to my knowledge, Volk hasn't lost at featherweight either.
Ooh.
Let's see who's really that guy at featherweight. Because this is almost a dream fight at featherweight.
Bro, yeah, I'd love to see this fight, bro. We're about to see it, but I would love to see this fight. Conor McGregor, Volkanovski. Maybe if he gets through that lightweight strapped kind of challenge, we may even get to see it. But this could be shades of what that might look like. Conor McGregor starting out early, he's so quick with those hands, but the durability of Volkanovski, along with the wrestling threat that he brings to the table, keeps him honest, Jay, from the very get-go.
Yeah, and if I'm Conor, I have to make sure I don't get hit with them leg kicks. Them Volk leg kicks can be troubling at times, especially if you mix up the timing, Humble.
Yeah, he's got to get the timing right, but he looks like he's kind of concentrating on the movement of the boxing. The kicks are coming at the end of the shots, mainly to the body at the moment, but maybe that's a game plan as well. Have a go to the body than the leg kicks. That would help with the stamina as well of him. So, interesting choice of combination so far, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. And something that's interesting to note here is that Goat probably, he's traditionally a wrestler, right? You were saying this earlier about Storm, but he didn't really get the grappling pick here this evening because he being the higher rated fighter, got the first ban, and then of course Volk in this conversation, Lewis got the first pick of a fighter. He went Volkanovski, and he is the one now looking to implement some wrestling, which, let's be straight up, Jay, it's the best plan up against Conor in that first round. You don't want to be standing with that man.
Yeah, Conor, especially in featherweights, have the power of God, it seems like. When Conor touch people, they go out.
Yeah.
Mate, he's moving freely. Like, he's not... Oh, there we go. There's the first block. He's just moving backwards and forwards from one position to another without landing any damage.
But why is he giving up the hooks? I'm so confused.
Is it 3 times? Because he's just moving freely. Gord's letting him move, and he's doing that. He's just deciding to try and mix it up. But you are right. He could have landed some damage right there.
Yeah, just the flat out. That's like the worst position to be in, period, for my money, being flattened out like that. But, I mean, like you say, right now, he is just doing what he wants at will. Goat having some issues early, just making the reads. A good denial right there. A vital one for my money, Jay, stopping that top mount. But he does need to work his way back to the feet, and he does take a first step towards that, getting the reversal into full guard.
Yeah, he needed that one. But this can build some confidence. Now he's on top. Let's see how good Volk fight on his back now.
Yeah, it's tough because McGregor's not really a ground and pound sort of character, but he's doing all right. He's doing well against him. I'd like to see him get back to his feet and see what he can do there, but he doesn't. He gets reversed, and this is going to be really rough for him right now, Cyrus.
Yeah, this is not a great spot to be in. Of course, he did get success getting a reversal for a moment. Goat believes in his ground abilities and wanted to ride out the rest of the round in that position, but I mean, it's just difficult, man. The stats are not on your side, and this isn't a case where you're just better on the sticks, because Lewis is quite clearly gifted on the mat.
I think Goat won that round.
Well, because the most significant... there was a decent chunk of... I don't know.
It was, but the way I look at this game, that ground control don't mean that much with this game.
Yeah. I mean, Dino Gamer, a grappler through and through, did actually say in the chat right there that he agrees with you, Jay. He agrees with you.
Yeah, because ground game control time means something if they don't have the damage on this game.
Yeah, you are right. It's close when it's on them. You can't just win around by sniffing someone. I do think that he was doing a lot of damage on the ground and maybe controlled him a bit better, but you are correct. Damage is #1 tool, and that's how fights are judged.
Speeding it up this round. Good pull early. Trying to go to the body, but those short arms not allowing him to cover that distance and to connect on a couple of the shots that he's trying to throw. But Conor, on the other hand, Goat looking really clean with his boxing, Jay, using the jab very well, managing his range, and seems to be punishing pretty decently at this stage.
Yeah, and if I was Goat, I probably wouldn't have went Conor for his play style.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, Goat out-grappled Dino the like, was it last week?
Like two weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So his grappling isn't bad at all, and he held me in side control yesterday too.
It's nothing like that first-hand experience, Jay.
Yeah.
Is it true, Jay? Goat was saying a little bit earlier on that you're now his manager in the esports.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen. Now when I'm commenting, when he's talking, he don't talk. I do the speaking for him. I do the speaking.
We've got a conflict of interest right here, Cyrus.
Well, when I saw him say it in the chat, I was giggling. I ain't gonna lie. It's good shit. Goat's a character, man. He brings a lot of entertainment. I ain't gonna lie. And honestly, not just with his fighting style, like I said, personality as well. But one thing is that his skills do match his talking ability more often than not out here, Humble. And he's doing a good job right now of getting off some really good damage on the chin of Volk.
Yeah, sorry, Cyrus. I'm still getting over the fact that I'm working with Don King over here. But yeah, the Goat MMA is doing a great job. Holy moly. It's got in the body again. This is nice work.
Don King.
Oh yeah. And look at this, nice work right there from. He's doing a great job, right? I'd be happy if I was his manager right now, Cyrus. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he's doing good, man. You'd be looking at those dollar signs ahead if he continues to put on a performance like that. The teep some money though for Lewis, and if he continues to try to implement that, that could go a long way for him. The uppercuts.
Nice he taunted. Okay, if I'm Volk, I can't go like that. Volk has to bite down his mouthpiece. I know his head hurt right now, but you can't allow Connor to taunt you like that.
This is Jay Dime's firing instructions. I got him missing. Disrespect this man as much as possible. Because Volkanovski, you're right. You can't let someone do that to you, Cyrus. You just can't.
No, exactly, bro. You can. The mental warfare that can be employed through, correctly timed taunts, it's something else, man. You can really bring out the worst in your opponent, get them throwing that air, trying to get something back. That is a round and a half for GOAT of MMA. 2 knockdowns, 1 stun, 27 significant strikes. But I would be a little bit concerned as the manager over there, J-Dime, at his at his overall land percentage, 36 out of 120 odd strikes thrown. That could be taxing going into the 3rd round, but maybe the damage has equalized that out and has kept him even. I don't know, bro.
The good thing is though, for him, it's a 3-round fight. It's not a 5-round. Yeah. If this was a 5-round fight, Connor's stamina could play a big factor in this. But Volk's stamina could be a weapon for him because Volk has close to full stamina right now, going into the 3rd.
No, that's very true.
He's going to have to get Goat's down, though, hasn't he? If he's got to get Goat's stamina down, and the way he's got to do that is by attacking the body. There's not a lot of time left, and look how high their stamina bars are, to be fair.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my.
I'm just wondering, what is Goat got to do what shot has he got to land to get him out there one clean shot? Because he's not going to finish him without a clean one, Cyrus. He's trying to take his head off.
God,
Volk
man.
Volk is a tough monster right there because a lot of people would have been put out by Connor. Yeah. But Volk has not been put out.
Jesus God.
Another reason that he should be happy it's not a 5-round fight, because look at the durability of Volk. We say that the Diaz brothers don't die. Volk ain't dying anytime soon, it would appear, but he's getting close, Humble. He's got to be, every left hand that touches him sits him down.
Oh my. Is Volk going to keep getting up? Oh! How is Volk? Oh, that's disrespectful. They got to fight. If I'm him, he could have jumped on top of him. I'm fighting him in the locker room if I lose this, if I'm him.
Man, this is a crazy performance so far, and he's doing a really good job. The replacement fighter, Cyrus, must be thinking, why did I take this fight on short notice? I would be so upset with myself right now. GOAT MMA is putting on a clinic.
He is. Let's not forget, though, Volk, being as durable as he is, still in this fight, man, and he does pack a lot of power. He does pack a lot of power. You can see that one straight. Got it blinking, bro. It got it blinking.
This is not over, but he is fighting
He didn't know!
No, it's over. It's over.
Volk it's over now, Jay.
It's over. It's actually over. And I was reading the chat, and someone said, who's this poor guy they tossed in there? Because Volk looked like a victim that fight. That's what it looked like.
That's rank number 10 right there, Cyrus. That's rank number 10.
It might have been a short notice fight, but fuck, man, this guy deserved this opportunity, right? GOAT, though, living up to the goddamn name. I mean, let's go. Humble. Let's go to his manager, J-Dime. How do you feel that your how do you feel that your client performed this evening?
He performed very brilliantly. He overcame the ground control in the first round. I really think he was up 2-0, and then he finished the job. He played with his food for a little bit, but he got the job done. He put Volk out his misery. Great fight.
And J-Dime, are you going to be like campaigning for a bigger purse for him in the next fight? Because I know he's only getting 20 and 20 from Cyrus at the moment. So are you going to try and get a bigger purse from him in the next fight?
We'll negotiate after the event. I don't want to mess up the event.
And do you
We'll
know?
talk about that behind the scenes.
And once again, that's why J-Dime is the guy to get the job done. Yeah, knows how to play the game, and so does Goat. MBK, bro, on top in this one. He's going to be feeling on top of the world, and obviously he takes one step now towards getting another shot at that championship in the future. As we said, a couple of guys have already found themselves in positions now, you know, where they have fought for that championship. A lot of them are making adjustments to their style and looking to come back better than ever. MBK showing ripples to that here this evening, Humble, with his striking. You know, that was a lot more striking than we traditionally see from Goat. He is traditionally more of a more of a wrestler through and through. Like we mentioned, he got the job done over Dino in that fashion as well, right? But I feel like those sorts of additions to the game, the willingness to take those risks and try to test yourself in other areas, so that when you get back to that point, you are well equipped. I feel like that goes a long way for him.
Yeah, definitely. He looked calm, composed, didn't do any grappling. I talked about the other night, J-Dime, when we were doing a stream. I said some fighters are brilliant at grappling and some fighters are brilliant at striking, but they can't mix both together. You know, when you start mixing the grappling with the striking, it takes a certain ability to be able to switch back and forth from them. Even if you are good at both of them, you've got to be able to do that as well and perform on each one of them and kind of change your mindset.
My bad. I got an offer in the chat to be a manager.
I'm not surprised, brother. I'm not surprised. You're doing well for your
James
clients.
bans promotions right now. We're going to have to ban him like James Krause is banned from the UFC, I'm telling you.
Do you know the funny thing is, right, I missed this. I actually made a little sub-channel for this last night, and I took a couple of screenshots. This fight, that fight that just happened, I did actually ask, and, you know, between them, I know that there was a short notice replacement, but when he was up against Smoke, the MBK came into this fight with such confidence. He said... He was like, this fight won't be one to remember. It will be over within seconds of the first round blink and you will miss it. People are going to think the stream glitched when I'm done. But packing him up. I mean, look, this guy, he doesn't lack in confidence. He gets the job done again. I'm excited to see where he goes from here for goddamn sure, but we move up the rankings for the next one. Humble, we have Dino TT, ranked number 2 in the division after a big win over Hoo. He had taken a loss, took a fight on short notice, like we just saw from Lewis, but he was able to seize that opportunity, got a win over Hoo, propelled himself into rank number 2, now finds himself in a position to fight off Amazon, ranked number 6. It's a very, very tough matchup, I feel like, for both guys. Kind of contrasting styles as well, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, 100%, and the biggest story for me so far is the fact that Dino TT, he was annoyed J-Time. He was upset almost that the title shot went to to Wavy instead of him. He was angry, man. I like that though, J-Time. That tells you what you want.
He told me, I'm not calling him Papi. Okay. How does Wavy get the opportunity over me? Look where he's ranked. Look what I'm ranked. Look who I just beat last week. That's what Dino said. He said Amazon's not even supposed to be in that cage with him. Those are his words, not mine.
Well, that's the mentality to have, though, right? And look, the reason let's like lay it out. The reason he didn't get the opportunity is because he's on a 1-fight win streak, and there was guys on bigger win streaks currently in the division, recently challenged. But that he is there or thereabouts. He's only dropped 1 fight here, Humble, and he doesn't plan on dropping another one. Amazon obviously feels like he's got all the weapons needed to answer it here this evening, get his hand raised. Conor McGregor may just be the pick to do that with, but you've always got to mind your P's and Q's up against the ever-dangerous Dino, whether it be on the feet or the mat. He has tools everywhere.
Yeah, exactly that, and you know, you can't go straight into a rematch after a win, but even if you step in short notice and do that, but He's got a big opportunity here to kind of cement his name for a title shot, Cyrus. You know, that's the key. He has to come out tonight against King Amazon and prove that he should have been in line instead of Papi, and that's exactly what he's trying to do in these early in the first round.
Yeah, I have to say, though, Amazon showing that he belongs, J-Dime. The combinations, the pull counters, looking good on both ends, but Connor maybe just getting a little bit more of the cleaner ones, up until this moment, at least.
Yeah, but do you think that Dino's putting pressure on himself to perform because he's upset that he didn't get the title shot? Do you think he's putting extra pressure for him to perform, Cyrus?
He could be, and that could play into his favor or not. Whether or not he allows those, or allows himself to succumb to those emotions. I will say this is a great spot for him early. He is now on the mat with the #1 submission artist in the UFC's history. Most submissions from Charlie Olives, and being on the mat with that guy, whether he be on bottom or on top, is a terrifying thought on the best of days.
Yeah, he's got 100 submission offense as well, J-Dime, which is like, it's the best you possibly get. It's like Francis Ngannou's power, right? And it's difficult as well against Dino. Dino utilizes his tools so well.
Yeah, then when you play Dino, you're basically playing a high altitude at the same time.
It's over.
I mean, this is actually good tracking. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This is close. Like
It's close.
this is super close. This is over. It's over. It's almost like non-urgent though. It feels weird.
Yeah, it feels like he's moving at like half speed, but somehow
There's no urgency right now.
He's got it. It's over. It's over.
bro.
Bro.
Told you that position.
It's game.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's game. He said, "Give me." Yeah, you want me to repeat it? He said, and I quote, right?
Wait, J-Dime, are you the manager of Dino as well, by the way? Before we get into this, are you the manager of Dino as well?
Why are you talking about all my clients here? Okay, this is what he said. He said, "Give me the fucking title shot." That's what he said.
Honestly.
I love it, bro.
I can't believe J-Dime's emergence to Don King tonight, Cyrus. It's literally done. He's gone into a full-time Paul Heyman promoter. These are my guys. Jesus. You've got to be a J-Dime guy, you know what I mean? You've got to be one of those J-Dime guys, and then you getting looked after.
I expect the full get up next show, bro. So you imagine these guys in a famous way right now. They're all showing up and showing out when the light is brightest, when their manager's eyes are watching on them. They cannot lose. It's almost like Father's plan, but this is Jay's plan, right? So it's another W for Dino in a very featured spot. I don't know what the future holds. Like I said, we don't generally make matchmaking on the night, Humble, but...
I mean, look what he's saying to that Smudger, your fucking next buddy. I think he's already made the match himself.
He may be making the match himself, bro. You might be right.
Sometimes you've got to make it yourself, and I'll tell you what he's doing. He's doing his best, isn't he?
Well, talking of the belt that he wants to acquire, the champion, he is chomping at the bit to get his hands on. He may not even be the champion. We don't know, bro. He is fighting up next. The one and only NM Smudger, pound for pound, in primetime MMA and the esporting community as a whole. Name a man on a better win streak throughout the community, you won't find one. But he is taking on Raw Papi. I know that you like to call him wavy, but this guy is shown to be the daddy so far in that octagon. Continues to get W after W's. Bro, I go with it. But like I said, one of the biggest things out there as well for me, Humble, is the fact that Smudger wanted to fight as Sugar Sean O'Malley. That's who he wanted, brother.
Oh, yeah.
But he got Peter Yan, made a mistake. Papi secured the O'Malley pick instantly. Didn't want to switch it back up. And I feel like that's, for him, that's a small victory in itself, bro.
Yeah, it's the first victory of the night, isn't it? You reversed Uno'd him. Be interesting to see if these guys touch gloves, J-Dime, because when you want a fighter and you ask the other guy politely, "Oh, sorry, I meant to pick the other guy, can I pick him?" And he says, "Nope." It is frustrating, especially as champion. You think you demand that respect. But this is to go 10-0, and this is for the PlayStation Primetime Championship.
There's another thing they're fighting for, too. That's not the only thing, Humble. They're also fighting for management right now. Those are not my words.
Oh, my God.
Those are not my words.
Time, man. Hey, God, he's got a roster at the moment, Cyrus. He's unstoppable. What's happened?
Sorry, while you guys were talking, I was reading the chat. Jay Dime was like, he should have said pause. Roll Papi. No pause. No pause, bro.
Jesus Christ.
They touched him up. 5 rounds. PlayStation Championship on the line. Humble. It's all to play for, bro. This is for all the marbles.
It's going to be interesting to see how Wavy kind of settles his nerves, essentially, Jay Dime. He's going to have to really get accustomed to his own style and not fall into some of the traps that Smudger kind of possesses against his other opponents that he has in the past.
Yeah, and also, I want to see how this pick works out in his favor, because I've watched Smudger fight a lot, and he loved that Sean O'Malley pick. That's his guy. Him accidentally getting the wrong person, I want to see how that affects him.
I mean, he seems Humble. He seems to be opening up in a pretty big way, Smudger. I mean, he's gone for some like high amplitude strikes very, very early, like straights into lead overhands and the like. And that it's oh my god.
Oh.
Maybe he doesn't plan on it going past the first round. I don't know. I was going to say this is not conducive to a 5-round fight, but he obviously doesn't plan on going that far, brother.
This is really important, these next minute of this fight, because it's all about how Raw Papi reacts to that. Smudger is really good at making his opponents overreact. He's really good at doing basic combinations over and like doing them really well in the right time, and then making you miss and making you overreact when he hurts you. When he explodes and hurts you, if you overreact on this, it's already over in the entire fight, Jay Dime. So Raw Papi's really got to keep himself in a certain sort of mindset that didn't really happen.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, he caught him with it again. He done caught him with that twice.
Yeah.
Not once, but twice. He got to start making a read now at this point, because if it catches him the third time, you can't even blame the game. That's on you.
Yeah. Do you think he was like watching footage going into this one? He just like, he saw that that's a hole? Because like, I've never seen him throw that, like, honestly, very many times at all, but he's gone 3 times already in the first round and landed it twice.
I think he was. I'm gonna tell you why I think he's watching footage, because you know I gotta watch all my clients. They both fought on a card yesterday. They both was on there. They was like co-main. So
right.
he's seen Wavy fight. So he could have been scouting and okay, that's who I'm fighting on primetime.
Yeah, that's smart, Brand. It's smart. There's the activity from many competitors can play in their favor from keeping them ready, but also can play against them because their opponents get to make all of the reads. It's still pretty close, but Smudger definitely getting the biggest of damage off so far out here, Humble. And he's got the challenger on his skates right now.
I love it. I love the way he plays this game. It's all singular combinations. It's false pressure as well. Like, not many people realize it's fault. He's not really throwing a lot. If you count the amount of shots he's thrown, there's 1, 2 there. A lot of movement, big explosive movement, and it's again 4 shots in the last 10 seconds. And the way he kind of fights and the way he strings his shots together, they're so damaging and so brutal, and this out of nowhere that he hurts his opponent when he does land those big shots.
Yeah.
Beautiful work.
And you know what's crazy? What you say, Humble? You know what? You know what makes people great? When you're greats do the basics better than everyone else, the fundamentals. They do that better than everyone else, and that's what separates Smudger a lot of times. It's not that he's doing the most flashy stuff in the world. He's doing the basics better than everyone else.
Now and again,
that's 3. That's 3.
Breaks out that combination. And he's going to keep getting it's over.
That's Sean durable, bro. He's more durable than people thought. Able to survive that onslaught again. And one sec, we gotta remember, this is a championship fight. This is a 5-round fight. Smudger is setting a pace right now. He's got to get this finish.
I agree and I disagree. I agree. He is wasting stamina. He's fighting at a pace. But look at Sean's stamina too. That's the problem there. His stamina's not high.
It's because, like I said, he looks like he's thrown a lot because of those big shots, but actually he's throwing single shots. He's not throwing 4 or 5-piece combinations, 3-piece combinations. It's all 1-2. It's all ones. It's false pressure. He does certain things with his movements so well to make his opponents kind of throw first. Look at that right there. Beautiful work from Smudger.
Yeah, there's a good pull in reverse by Papi as well. They're doing a lot of feints. I feel like some of the kind of feints with the kicks are causing Papi some problems. Smudger, once again, able to ring the bell of the challenger. Doing a great job of keeping that pressure on as well. Attacking the body, Jay, just to go back up top. There's no moment's respite for the challenger at this stage.
Yeah, oh my, that's what Smudger's good at, even though he got caught. He's good at throwing a jab, slip, hook, uppercut. and he's good at that. Sometimes I was watching yesterday, he feints that one time. Then the next time he'll go and do it.
You know,
Yeah, he's really good at mixing it up.
what he's best at, though, Humble, is that straight into lead overhand. It's been money for him, and honestly, I feel it's in the water once again at this midpoint of the second round. This is actually brutal right now. Like, Papi's doing all he can to survive, but he doesn't. You know, we always talk about, like, stop following your guy, cage cut, and the like.
Yeah.
Smudger does it all perfect, man. He does it. He doesn't just do it. He does it goddamn well.
Yeah, it's like I'm mesmerized by his movement. His movement is so flawless. Like the way he's moving, he's just out of range every time you try and throw a shot, and he's sticking to it as well. He doesn't deter from what he's doing, and he knows that it's good and it's working. And someone who can be consistent and sticks at things that really damage your opponents, they're smart people because they set up other shots, set up other opportunities to go high.
He's forcing him to throw. That pressure is forcing him to throw when he wants him to. He's just taking a step back.
You see that?
Taking a step back.
Oh, not
nice.
enough though. No stamina.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Cyrus said the pace he's setting. The pace he's setting, he's making Sean throw more than him, even though he's setting that pace. So look at his stamina.
Yeah, no, he has turned the tide with it now. I mean, that and the fact that he's gone to the body. Interesting, though, he gets takedown from Sean O'Malley. Only 15 seconds left, but at least it stops his body getting peppered some more out there.
How is that possible to do that takedown with no stamina?
It's
like,
Short-term stamina v total stamina, though, isn't it?
No, but his stamina was at the lowest. He shouldn't have had the energy to do that, but he got it done anyway. It doesn't matter. The Smudger, flawless so far. John White's the champion. He is the most consistent competitor I've seen in the community for the PlayStation side in a long time, J-Dime.
Oh yeah, and also before we start this, I got a shout out to Jakey B with the raid of 18.
Yes,
appreciate that.
That guy's been running some tournaments last couple of days. Look forward to watching that one back for sure. Killer setup on it for the BPAP boys, but perfect timing, Jakey. Perfect timing. The co-main event, PlayStation Championship on the line. Smudger so far, Humble, setting a perfect performance. The challenger not quite out, but my God, is he fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah, he's really getting pieced apart with just beautiful ringmanship and fight IQ, J-Dime, and shot selection as well. The shot selection has been impeccable.
Yeah. The problem is, though, with Sean, he has to come back. And that combo he threw took up his stamina, too. But he's not out of it. But Smudger's, the patient pressure is making him throw.
Step back every time. Look at that.
Every
Step
time,
back.
every time.
The step back. People don't realize the power of it. Like, he steps out of range and then bang, like a piston down the center. Bangs him in the face, Cyrus. He gets the belt again.
I mean, oh god damn, man. Smudger, is that now 10-0? Is he?
You gotta crown him. You gotta crown him, Cyrus.
Ah, god damn, this guy gonna be getting his own emotes and shit soon. I think he might be literally 1 or 2 fights away from breaking the record. I'll have to double check it, but he's there or thereabouts, my guy. He's there or thereabouts. I mean, this is about as flawless as you could possibly hope for. This isn't even what dreams are made of. This is what miracles are made of, Jay. Just his ability to come out there and perform night after night, and honestly look better every time he steps out there. It's sensational. I know that we still got some guys coming up before he has to start maybe looping back between people and whatever else, but Smudger is a phenom on UFC 4, unrivaled currently in that division.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. He looks damn near unbeatable right now, but we still have some prospects coming up, and Goat is looking for a rematch. We got Word Life. Goat is over here looking for a rematch. He's saying I was given the blueprint. He's saying he's fighting bums like Wavy. Maybe one day we can get Goat and Wavy. We got Dino.
Yeah.
There's so much. There's
trials is coming through. There's so many people coming through.
Yeah, there's so much.
Before we skip forward as well, right? Just to end on this real quick, we've got to remember Smudger now setting this sort of record this season alone. We've got to consider the fact that you beat Smudger. You don't just have to beat him once. You have to beat this guy twice. Because if anybody deserves a rematch, if he was to ever lose this fucking belt at this stage, it is the one and only NM Smudger, man. He is killing the game as of right now. But talking of 1 pound for pound GOAT, one guy that's looking to set, record upon record, we're going to go to the guy that has those records currently, and that is BFAP Trickzzy, current lineal champion, looking to take on his teammate in BFAP Dirty Dave, interim champion of the Xbox division. We see a Robert Whittaker up against Marvin Vittori, J Dime. These guys have been at the top for a very long time. They are familiar with each other, being campmates. There is no, love lost, so to speak. There, but they respect each other. But they're out for blood here this evening. They want that victory.
Man, the fact that they have so much respect for each other and that they're teammates, I know they're going all out because somebody got to unify the title. We have two champions right now. We have an interim and we have a champion. They got to unify this. Both of them not going to walk out with a belt. Somebody has to lose and somebody has to win. So I can't wait for this one.
Well, the good news, Humble, is that we have to wait no longer, my man. They are ready and raring to go. There's no surprises on the picks. Marvin Vittori, he's going to be in the red corner for Dirty Dave. Robert Whittaker in the blue corner for Trickzzy Swifts, also known as BFAP Trickzzy. This is it's one of those fights, man. Just the technique that we know we're about to see. Neither of these guys has a bad day at the office, like.
No, that's exactly it, and it's going to be interesting to see who's going to win this fight because I think it was a couple of months ago, I thought Trickzzy was unstoppable, and then the person to stop him was Dirty Dave, as we've already talked about, and now he's going to have the opportunity to do it again. And just to go back to what we were talking about earlier on as well about Smudger, we have a pound for pound rankings as well, and he's leading the frame that at 10-0, and Trickzzy wants to keep up with him. If I'm Trickzzy at this moment, I'm thinking about coming over to PlayStation just to fight Smudger for that pound for pound spot, because if he finishes the season undefeated on top for pound for pound, there's
that could be a super fight.
This is a different sort of thing.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a great fight. But yeah, Trickzy's fighting for that as well as the belt tonight. But he's fighting his friend, his common friend, Cyrus, and it's going to be interesting to see how they approach this one.
Yeah, frenemies, if you will. They are out for blood, like I said. There's a healthy respect between the two guys, but they will not be taking any second of this fight lightly. They are going to need to fight tooth and nail to the very end. And right now, the lineal champion is absolutely unloading in the early part of this round. Already got that stun on that big Marvin Vittori head.
Jeez, that was a nice lead head kick. I can't even lie to you.
I'm not used to Trickzzy starting fights fast and kind of not being rocked a few times and do sometimes. Now I'm worried about Trickzzy because Dirty Dave he should. I think the grappling aspect of Dirty Dave, he times it so well, so you'd be probably looking for that at the moment, Cyrus.
Oh my God, you certainly will, bro. You certainly will. That's Dave has advanced so much in his striking that I feel like he can now hang on the feet for sure with Trickzzy. But I don't use Marvin a lot. I don't know if you do, Jay. I don't know if you do, Humble. Can he hang on the feet with the girl?
Realistically, no, and he has Marvin fighting off his back foot too.
You have to have supremely good strikers your Alex Pereiras and Jan Silvas to hang with. Mandalay Silva, believe it or not, with the power, but you've got to have good boxing ability, and Marvin does, but his strengths lie on the grappling.
Yeah, and he tries to go for that ankle pick. He is built for it, but so is Swift Trickzzy, able to deny on this occasion. Maybe more is needed, more takedowns. Because, never mind. I was going to say Trickzzy is peppering on the feet, but starting to get caught here.
Oh, nice work. He's starting to do some damage as well.
Yeah. I wonder how Dirty Dave is going to fight this, because say he's losing this round. Say he loses the second round. An uphill battle with Marvin Vittori, and you have to grapple. He can't stay here.
Yeah, exactly that. And like you said, it's so difficult as well to time takedowns against probably the 300 fights. I've never had 300 fights with anybody on this game. Just saying, and I've got a lot of teammates who I've been with for over 2 years, and these two have that many fights against each other. They'll know each other inside and out, and Trickzzy will probably know when to defend those takedowns, J Diamond. That's why Dirty Dave's taking his time right now.
Yeah, because he has to set him up, because you got to think about this. All his feints, all his setup to takedowns. Trickzzy probably knows. Those are his teammates. So sometimes you got to do something new. You got to get creative with the setup, something he haven't seen, Cyrus.
Yeah, look, one of the things that people sleep on Trickzzy, right? And it's the same, to be honest with you, in reverse. People sleep on Dave's striking. People sleep on Trickzy's grappling. When I say that these guys can do it all, I don't just mean that they're like, you know, a jack of all trades, master at none. They're a fucking master at them all out here, Humble. Don't get me wrong, there's levels, of course, like Trickzy's a bit better in the striking, maybe Dave's a little bit better on the ground, but they're so high level, they can hang with anybody, anywhere.
I guess it's because I look at
nice.
Right, J-Dime, so I look at... Oh, there we go. Look at that. That is absolutely Dave 101.
That's nice. The check leg kick, that's nice.
Dave 101. Dave 101, Cyrus. Just hurts his opponent, immediate takedown.
Yeah. I look, some people used to hate on it, bro, but like when you're look, when you're Marvin Vettori, you want this fight on the mat, right? You're gonna struggle to get somebody of Trickzy's pedigree down at will, so take the opportunities when they come, because you know that even when you get it there, you ain't out of the woods. He's gonna reverse you, he's gonna put you in submissions, he's gonna put the pain on you if he can, and that's what the champ was able to do, able to reverse Dirty Dave, get on top. And I mean, right now the lineal champion doing a fantastic job, having to fight for every second of it, Jay, but definitely in the driver's seat, which is where he wants to be going into this bout against a guy that has tested him before in comp and in the training rooms.
Nice. But you know what I'm not used to, and I'm saying here, I'm not used to Trickzzy starting this fast, because he started this fight really fast. He threw 126 in the first round, and his stamina being this low, this early. So I want to see how he handles that, because that's not what I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, the last stages of this fight are going to be very interesting if it gets there, and that's what we usually see with these two. It's always a neck and neck in different sort of aspects all the way through. I'm seeing Trickzzy land some nice damage, but also the leg health. I didn't even notice that, Cyrus. The leg health of Trickzzy is so low on the right leg.
Yeah, there's a couple of good checks from Marvin Vettori, I do believe. He continues to try and work at it. And something interesting to know. Oh my God!
Nice.
I was going to say,
He speared him right now.
Historically, the second round is the best round for Trickzzy. Like, it's the way he gets the majority of his finishes, except against people like Dirty Dave, people who have like a little bit more of a grappling base. They all normally tend to go to the fourth round, and that may be why he was starting quicker, and that could play to his favor, but it could also put him at a deficit should he make that fourth or fifth rounds where he may not have the stamina, like you mentioned, Humble, to continue. He is a veteran. I imagine him not to allow that to happen, but Dave is also a gamer. He will make him work for everything.
Yeah, that being said though, Cyrus, I said earlier on, I didn't feel comfortable with the way Trickzzy was fighting because I hadn't doubted him yet. Now I've doubted him. You know, that's when Trickzzy kicks in. Trickzzy gets plus 10 in all attributes straight down when he gets doubted and when he gets hurt. So I'm doubting him right now, and look what he's done. He's got the top now.
So you think he hear you doubting him? He's like, yeah,
just he knows people doubt him. Yeah, he knows people doubting him.
It gives him the extra push to just whoop some ass.
It's just when he looks down and out, that's when Trickzy's most dangerous, I think, and that's just his testament to the never give up sort of style.
Oh my God!
Oh my!
That's brutal. that was a flurry and a half.
But these two have beat the shit out of each other for two rounds so far.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, he got a stun, 2 stuns with only 3 significant strikes. That is the efficiency of Dirty Dave right there, Humble.
That's crazy.
This round. Nice work.
It is mad that you threw 3 significant strikes and got the round with 2 stuns. That is like something different to me, I'll be honest.
Oh, yeah, Robert Whitaker. His head health is down. So now I look for Dirty Dave to actually start teeing up a little bit, start putting some more pressure on him.
1-1's ringing out in the chat. The champion gets rocked. The interim champion, the challenger.
God.
Oh my God, it's it.
Oh, Trickzzy hangs on. I don't know how. He's got nothing left. Dirty Dave takes the back.
Would you say he's great at surviving? He's one of the best at surviving.
He's going down? Yes. Trickzy's equilibrium's rocked right now, Cyrus. He's dizzy. He's fainting. You know, he's trying his best to hang on, but Dirty Dave, he's trying to come on thick and fast and get rid of Trickzzy in this third round. Quite early in the fight, really.
Yeah, exactly right, brother. Exactly right. I mean, certain people thinking that Trickzzy is throwing the fight right now. Maybe not seen Trickzzy fight. This guy is game to the hardcore out here, Jay. There isn't a moment of this fight. He may be seeing Tweety birds around, you know, stars in his eyes, but he is still there and he will still fight on pure instinct if needed. As you can see, already got the reversal position onto the mat and starting to work all those little kind of pitter-patter shots. And you know he'll capitalize on that with a full mount and maybe some ground and pound to boot.
Needs to deny this though. Gets the change. Oh, he changes back to half guard himself. Like, you're not going to put me there, I'll put myself there. And he's going to try to, obviously we're looking for a posture up, right? We're looking for a big sort of moment, but I know these guys are going to try and build grappling advantage first, and Trickzzy just trying to take control right now, Cyrus.
Yeah, it's because there's nothing free in this fight. They know they can't just throw out the naked transition, Jay, because the other guy is just too good for that. So you have to build the GA just to be in with a chance of getting that transition. And that's what we see. Like, every time you'll see that, like, that bar is like 40, sorry, 40, like 85% full. Like, there's almost next to nothing when they go for their transitions. And that's what a smart competitor will do. Why take the risk?
Man, this is such a great fight. This is a high-level fight. And what is the score right now? Right now, Dirty Dave is up, right? He's up 2-1 if this ends right now.
Oh, it gets reversed.
Oh.
Dirty Dave is now got the reversal. He's going to try and run some ground and pound to end the round. There's 40 seconds left.
Oh my God.
Is it? Oh, Trickzzy, how did he do it?
Survive that?
How? Is he got cheat codes? What the
I don't know how he survived it. I'm not going. How?
And then he gets a naked transition as well. Man, there's some cheat codes going on in this fight. This is crazy. How did he? It's just like built into his game or something. It's like watching computers fight.
Oh, god damn.
Oh my.
Bro, these guys are getting busy with the damage. I'm surprised the significant strikes are showing so low. I know a lot of the ground and pound strikes don't count as that for some reason, but they are letting them rain out here, Humble, just non-stop ground and pound destruction.
Yeah, 2-1 to Dirty Dave's, I believe, J-Time.
Yes.
And now Trickzzy's going to need to win this round, because if he doesn't, he needs to finish. And we've seen this before. We've literally gone into these rounds before with the exact same sort of scorecards. And Trickzzy's light on. Can Dirty Dave finish the fight? Goes for double uppercut. Misses his last shot. And Trickzzy goes for the takedown this time with a big slam.
Oh, what an animation to it as well. That looks sweet.
Belly. Nice work.
Oh, this is crazy because he has to hurt him down here, because if he doesn't, he's losing this round right now off the stun. So like he needs. Oh,
he goes to the posture up again. It'd be interesting to see if Trickzzy actually just continues to grapple, or he decides to. He's constantly going for the same one.
I'm telling you, man. Like, that's what I said. There's nothing free. Dave is trying, bro. I think he's even trying to flag an undeniable or two out here. I'll be straight up with you, but like Trickzy's just absolutely flawless in his denials and gets the back mount easily.
But the thing is, right, this one position that he's been trying to get for 40 seconds or 30 seconds there is so important, because this can cause so much damage with one of these guys in that position, J-Dime.
This is, man.
Say that.
This is such a great fight.
Some people, like we say in the past, Jay, some people are out here playing checkers. These guys play chess. They are they're levels ahead.
High level chess.
Yeah, at that, brother. At that, yeah, grandmasters to say the least. This is an absolutely brutal fight. They're literally working for every second of it, from the bunny shots, if you want to call them that, or the short shots on the mat postured down, to the activity on the mat, the big explosions of ground and pound. And you know when it hits the feet, they're straight back to throwing goddamn bones. Humble, like, it's... See what I mean? Just nothing is free. The denial's so pinpoint.
I'm really interested about Trickzy's game plan this round. Didn't he get rocked at the start of this round?
Yeah, he has to. That's what I'm saying.
He's the pitter-patter shots, like they're all good and stuff, and maybe he's working for the third for a finish. But he might be losing this round, because the damage he's doing isn't major. So I don't know what I'm interested to think about what his game plan was, and if
he
it was just.
He heard you.
Maybe it was just this. Maybe he just wanted to build. Maybe it was just to knock it down a little bit, make it a little bit easier when you do hit the feet.
Toast, though.
Like, I'm not right. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying I'm interested to think what he's thinking. Like, he's the better player. He's the guy who's there. You know, I'm interested to think what he was thinking in that moment.
Oh god damn, this is so tight right now. The head health, the block is gone, Jay. Oh my god.
Oh. Yeah, his head health is toast right now.
Oh, he ducked it.
Oh,
He gets away. Uppercut comes. Oh.
how did he get away?
That's a close round. That's a really close round.
Yeah, but
No significant strikes for a Wicker.
Oh my god, man.
gosh, dude. This is
Not
it.
one. Not one significant strike against a rock. Like, how do you know?
Bro,
This is
it's the 5th round! The championship
Trickzzy!
round!
Mate,
Xbox
he does this
championship.
all the time. Dave might be 3 up.
Dino Gamer in the chat.
It's 3-1.
5th round. Trickzzy is a scary man.
Mate,
Oh
5th round Trickzy's done it again. Oh my god, 5th round Trickzzy is about to put. Oh my, I can't believe. How does he do this? How does he do this?
He has the heart of a lion out here, Jay. That inner dog is within him. To the very end, he will win above all costs. He hasn't done it yet, but goddamn, this is a good start to the champ for the 5th round.
listen to me. If Dave was to lose this, he would be really mad. I know for a fact.
I feel sorry
But-
for him, bro. He's worked hard for it.
But Trickzzy is. It looked like Trickzzy is biting down on his mouthpiece, and he wants this badly.
I'm Dave right now. I'm trying to get this to the ground. I'm trying to, like I'm seeing out the round. I'm risking this for it because it's either that or you get knocked out, right? You've gotta do something to try and hold Trickzzy off. Trickzy's gonna keep coming forward, and that's exactly what Dirty Dave tries to do. Trickzzy gets away from it, and this is gonna be a long 2.5 minutes for Dirty Dave Cyrus.
Yeah, you know yourself, brother, right? When you're out there training, 2 minutes can be a blink of an eye or an eternity, and when you're hurt and you're gassed, those 2 minutes could be longer or shorter.
That's it. Oh, he survives. Best position for him right now. Best position for him.
All right, let's.
This is beautiful destruction through and through. If that kind of phrase has ever been like perfectly exemplified, it is between Dirty Dave and Trickzzy. When titles are on the line, friendships may fall.
Oh
I
my
tell
days. What I'm wondering, who does the chat think's winning, and what by what score so far?
I think Dave is up.
Interesting. 3-1. Some people in the chat for Dave. I'll be interested to see if people think it's 2-2.
Oh, nah, I don't think it's 2-2.
Oh my god!
He's still alive. He's got a minute to finish him. Potentially got a minute to finish him.
Well, he finished.
Mate, this is crazy. Trickzy's got a minute to kind of try and finish this fight, or potentially might lose it to a decision. But Dirty Dave gets a blocking again. Trickzzy easily finishes him. He hangs on. 50 seconds left. This is a sweat right now. Obviously, this round, Cyrus, it's crazier than all the others. It's he's gone for his
What a veteran move. He knows he might be 3 rounds up right here. The longer he holds it, the better it is for him, bro. There's 20 seconds.
Can I just say, for the competitors, if you are listening, please do not skip the unanimous decision here and look at the scorecards and wait with us and let us watch it with you, because this is going to be interesting right now. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second.
We do. Okay.
I am interested to see who the dozen people in the chat think like won this fight.
5 rounds.
Here we go.
What do we got? All three.
48-47.
48-47.
By unanimous decision.
It is Trickzzy.
It's Robert Whittaker. It's Trickzzy. And still.
He pulled it out his ass, man. That's crazy.
How did he pull that?
Oh, mate. I mean, you can't be mad with it even.
Round 1, Trickzy's right. The stun.
Him.
Round 2, that's
Who
Dave.
is Dave?
3 is Dave.
Dave.
4 is Dave. Oh, you got 3 minutes to talk control.
It doesn't matter the damage.
Well, maybe it does, bro. We ain't the judges. Maybe it does.
I mean, to be fair, if you look at that 4th round here, Diamond, apart from the Rock, Trickzzy dominated most of the round, right?
Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy fight though.
That's a Sean O'Malley versus Peter Yan sort of decision, that is.
My God. I mean, lads.
Neck and neck. Neck and neck.
Kudos to both of them. Competitively holding their whole hell high.
That is. What a title fight that was.
Knew it was what it was always destined to be. And with that, guys, we draw an end to Primetime 78. a historic card, an absolute roller coaster of emotions, setting up big things in the very, very near future. Make sure to join the Discord link that will be linked in the chat any moment if you're not already part of the community. Stick around for the raid at the very end and keep your eye out for a lot of the notifications that will be coming your way from our Discord and other socials. We have some big ass announcements on its way, and you want to be part of that step every single part of the way through. We will now be pushing the raid forward, like I said, so please join on up, show some love. But from myself...
Guys, before we go as well, we're not doing a stream next Friday, are we? We've got it on Saturday, is that right?
That's correct. Next Friday, no show. We will be running Saturday only. That will be 8:30 p.m. GMT, 3:30 Eastern, as per normal. No Friday show, unfortunately, apologies, but we will run a bigger card as part of that as well. Like I said, full details will be announced very, very shortly within the Discord. But from myself, all of the PT guys, we want to say thank you very much. The support is appreciated immensely, and with that support, we will continue to put on absolutely epic shows just like that. Stay safe, much love, and we will see you in the next one.